unrelated, let's get into this here.
We ride.
Let's move into the space. You know what I mean?
Welcome back to Tales from the Cosmic Well, an original D&D story created in real time by a bunch of weird musicians. My name is James. I'll be your king of the dungeon, and with me are Zach Wheeler,
Vivian French, a Dwarven druid. Now I'm a Circle of the Shepherd druid, and I have command over many spirit totems, and I've turned into a horse once or twice.
Tom Polzine.
I play Clyde Wonderspice. He's a gnome ranger. He's just doing his best out there every single day that he can. Collector of spices, friend of Sherman, the sugar glider.
Of course, Mike T. Kerr.
Playing Tassles the Half Orc, coming on 4 weeks now or something like that we've been here.
We're cruising.
I'm still learning who Tassles is, and he's revealing himself to me in mysterious ways almost every day. And he's really become a partner in all this to me. And he's a half-orc wizard, just kind of getting his feet wet with the whole social environment.
He's a physical wizard.
He's a physical wizard.
We also have a very special guest with us tonight, John Huxley of Jakethehawk, whose character we're going to meet in a moment. Hi, John. John, how are you?
Good. Do I say my character shit now or wait?
No. We're going to introduce you in grand fashion in just a moment here.
Boy.
Okay, good.
We got a lot of ground to cover in tonight's episode, so let's get into it. Last week was a very combat-forward session. Vivian, Clyde, and Tassles began by battling the mercenaries who had taken over the settlement to be. After utilizing some newfound abilities, the three still had some close calls with death, but in the end bested the bad guys. They stole some horses and raced to save the caravan from a veritable small army led by a mysterious Goliath. Upon arrival, they were thrust once more into a fight for their lives. This particular battle went quite a bit better for the heroes, and at its end, Viv, Clyde, and Tassles had managed to save the caravan. After a few moments of examining the scene, they realized that the Goliath who had led this force of mercenaries was nowhere to be found, and so remains at large. Speaking with Ayla, the captain of the guard, the main mission would be reestablished to get the caravan to the settlement and to help keep the roads safe from similar threats. So yeah, a lot happened, a lot of fighting, a lot of near death for one character in particular who won't be named. You can just go back and watch the last episode.
A lot of horses kicking the heck out of people.
Horses, yeah, some real horse
Some
play.
of us stole horses, some of us became horses. There was a lot of self-discovery.
The best part was when you tried to talk to the horses and they just didn't answer you.
They didn't want. It's like this isn't real. This is not. None of this is real.
All right, so let's get into tonight's session. We got a lot to do. After another day or so of travel, you find yourselves in the small valley that will become a town and safe haven along the country's largest trade route. A large camp is already set up, and the caravan is able to enjoy a good night's rest. In the morning, you leave your tents and start to wander around the new frontier. Despite the events of the past few days, the pioneers among you are abuzz with excitement. Many see this as an opportunity to start again, to create a new and better life on their own terms. You see an elven carpenter speaking to several townsfolk, a small group of dwarves taking stock of their wares and inventory, and many others surveying the area for the best place to build a home or business. Ayla and the few guards that are left after the mercenary attack have set up a small base of operations around the side of the hill. She sees the three of you and waves you guys over.
Let's make our way over.
Yeah. Hey there, boys.
Ayla.
Gentlemen, we made it. We made it here, doing no small part to your heroics. I've spoken to a friend of mine about a way to show our gratitude, and he seemed more than happy to oblige. His name is Humphrey Umvercave. He owns the Spice of Life back in Belnora. He's building a branch here in town, and when it's finished, he wants you to go see him. That could be a few weeks, though, so in the meantime, it would be great if you could, look around, help the camp in any way you're able. I believe that the dwarves are in the most need of assistance. You see those three guys talking over there. They seem to be the most in need, but, feel free to look around. How you guys feeling after that
Ayla,
big fight? Yes.
I have to ask, all of these people here are still very much in danger.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done about that?
Well, we sent a couple of messengers out, both to Belnora and to Prudence for more forces. In the meantime, there's a contingent from Julis, the town up to the north, that is supposed to come down a little quicker, so we'll have some hands-on.
Do you want us to set up any traps or help out securing the perimeter?
No, we have a perimeter established. We're actually a lot more concerned about getting everything built.
Okay.
How you guys feeling? You feeling okay?
I'm feeling pretty good, Miss Ayla, and I appreciate everything that you've done. I have a quick question for you.
Yes, Clyde.
Do you have any loose armor that you wouldn't mind maybe letting me borrow for a spell? I've been using this old scale mail, and it got battered up something fierce in those last 2 battles. It just doesn't feel like it suits me.
It's
if
also
you had
noisy
any,
as hell.
Is it loud over where I'm at?
No, not you. Your arm.
The armor.
My dog's chewing his bone again, and I know that was an issue in the past.
Sorry.
Okay.
That was Tassels calling you out.
I mean, yes, I feel like I could be capable of sneaking, but with my current accoutrement, it feels like I'm incapable of even the most minor of slinking.
Well, I hope this isn't in poor taste, but we did, unfortunately, we lost a guard about your size who had some leather armor that I could part with.
Oh, I'd prefer something that's already been broken in, you know. And I imagine if he's dead now, it's all but broken.
Just give it a good wipe down and we're there.
Yeah, has it been cleaned, or is this like fresh off the flesh?
No, it actually didn't. He was killed by a spell, so there's no blood or gore involved. It's really
that's ideal for me, and I will send a prayer out for him. What was his name?
That's a great question.
Mr. DM, I assume you're prepared with every single name.
These are the NPCs who were in the caravan. Yeah, his name was Darman, and he will be sorely missed.
So I'll be donning the armor of Darman.
Don the Darman,
as
they say.
Yep. I will wear. What was it? Leather or studded leather? What sort of armor am I looking at here?
Studded leather.
I will name this armor after him. This is Darman, and I will be donning Darman.
Darman's lament.
That's a little. You know what? That's fine. I'll keep my opinions about it to myself.
Perhaps, Ayla, there's a better way that I could express gratitude towards him that would be less offensive to his name and his family.
And if I think of something, I will let you know.
Ayla, you got any? You have a water pouch or something on you?
Yeah, she pulls a water skin off.
Can I see it real quick?
Yeah, she hands it to you.
I open it up. Clyde, I'll tell you how you can pay respects. You got to pour one out for Darman, and I dump her whole water skin on the ground.
Oh yes, sir. That seems to have done the trick right there. Ayla, what do you say to that?
She's kind of gritting her teeth a little bit.
I'm so glad that we could pay respects for a brave soul who's fallen, and at no expense to anyone else.
Ilan, she calls over one of the soldiers. She hands him the empty water skin. She says, "Fill this up, please."
Good idea. You're gonna want to pour one. Everyone around here is gonna need to pour one out. So go fill it up.
It's traditionally, just so you know, Vivian, it's traditionally alcohol that gets poured out, not life-giving water. But who am I? You know, your customs are your own, but just keep that in mind, maybe.
Yeah. Ayla, could I donate? I don't know if anyone would have it, but this old scale armor, I have no use for it. And if there's a way I can contribute it, and it would help the safety and the defenses of our little establishment, I'd be happy to donate that to one of your troops.
Sure. I mean, you can donate it. I mean, you can also. I mean, I'm sure you could sell it if you were looking for some gold.
Oh, so you don't even want this? No one wants this scale mail? Man, this stuff's bad. I can't even give it away. All right, Ayla.
I'm just trying to give you some friendly advice.
I appreciate it. I'm just razzing you.
Good Lord. All right, get out of here, boys. Go help somebody else, please.
Do we get our gold from the chest that we made you open back in town?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Mm.
She goes over to the guard post, and underneath one of the tents, she like kind of goes in. You see her open the chest, and she brings you your gold.
How much do we
Okay.
get?
I believe it was 100 gold pieces apiece.
Oh my! Wow.
Oh, sweet. So, okay, studded leather's big time. It has the same AC as my scale mail, but I have
No disadvantage.
disadvantages. That's so big time. I would like to, if possible, take a moment to touch base with Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
Take a little time to maybe collect myself and work on the staff that I found in the woods that I've been trying to like polish and craft nice.
Yeah.
I think Clyde just needs a little time on his own to kind of center himself after all this craziness.
Okay, what are the two of you guys gonna do?
I'm ready to move on to building and flexing in front of everyone, but I did want to ask you, James, what the boss stick stats were, because I haven't for these last 2 sessions. I keep forgetting.
It's okay. It's a magic weapon.
Sick.
So that means it's +1 to attack and +1 to damage. And it's a D8. Does a D8 of damage.
Yeah.
It's a stick with a deer skull and antlers. Like, but I will tell you this as like some metagame stuff. It will straight up break on a natural one.
You told me, yeah, you did mention that. Yeah. And I was going to call it the ugly stick based on the Newfoundland lore.
Of course.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. The ugly stick.
So
consider the ugly stick equipped, if you know what I'm saying.
Are the two of you guys going to go see if you can be helpful, or
yeah?
are you guys...
Well, Ayla mentioned the dwarves, right? So we should probably go check on them first. She said they needed the most help.
Cool. Let me just establish what. So our friend Clyde is going for just a quick little nature walk so that he can talk to Sherman and do a little bit of work on his staff. And then, so the two of you guys are approaching the Dwarven group. The dwarves are led by Tal Stonefist, who you guys recognize as one of the founders of Three Stones Brewery in Belnora. He stands with two others, and you hear them debating on something that seems like the best course of action. Tal says, "I hear you, Galric, but we can't spare the men for a mission home." The other man, presumably Galric, responds, "Well, what do we need men for when we don't have the resources or the tools to build? We have to go to Garrett's Gate." "Galric Silverbeard, you stubborn old fool. We can't spare the men because we're the best builders here, and ours isn't the only business needs building. Isn't that right, Tarkus?" Tal looks at another dwarf with long auburn hair, matched by a massive beard filled with masterfully hand-carved wooden charms. This, my friends, is Tarkus Understudy, played by John Huxley.
Oh!
So he is looking at you, Tarkus, and he's looking for what your opinion is on this. He's dragging you into the argument here.
There ain't nothing that can be built without nothing to build it out of. So, like, I'm with you, but, like, there ain't nothing can be built without nothing to build it out of. So I don't know what you want me to tell you, man.
I slap my compatriot there. I can't remember your character's name, Zach.
Vivian,
right, of course.
Yeah, he was that dude who was dumping water out on the floor a minute ago.
I slapped
totally
Vivian
misunderstanding what the point is.
I slap Vivian on the shoulder and say,
doing honor to valor, and
I slap Vivian on the shoulder and say, the little men are fighting.
Yeah. Little.
Vivian is shorter than most of them.
Yeah, but he's my friend.
I'll try to edge my way towards this argument and just quietly say, did anyone say need men?
I'm telling you, Ty, I just don't know how we can spare the men.
Did anyone say?
I throw my hand up and I just round on him and said, did anyone say need who?
Men.
Well, who's this guy?
Me, Vivian French. I got Tassels back there. We could lend you a hand here. We saved the whole caravan just yesterday.
Lend me a hand drinking draining my skins out on the ground. What?
Whose skin?
We saw you emptying. You emptied the water skin over there. That was.
we were
If you're
pouring
gonna
one
come
out.
after, if you're gonna come after my friend's religion, you're gonna have to speak to me first.
This is a cultural thing, huh?
Yeah,
Some
and I'm gonna have to ask you to step off on that.
religious behavior.
That's right.
You have my
own tribe.
apologies.
Cool.
Now, what did the?
Look,
what
I'm
did
so
you,
sorry.
What are
So
you
sorry
little-
for the misunderstanding.
What are you little men fighting about, and how can I fix it?
Well, here's the issue that's facing us here. We have a lot of work to do helping everybody build, but we also want to build our brewery and also the inn out of stone.
Right, a
don't
couple
have
of
that.
hollow capitalistic forward motion.
Tassels. Let's back it up just a little bit here.
Greedy little grubby
Don't mind him. It's
ground dwellers.
the proletariat's coming out again. Just
We came out here for the same reason that everybody else did. You came out
To
here
make
for your
a
100
buck?
gold. You got paid to come out here, did you not?
For saving your life?
brother, you are the Dungeons and Dragons equivalent of an NPR liberal. Get your hands dirty.
Look, we're crossing streams here. Here's the thing that I want to get across. All right.
I don't know. I was just hallucinating.
No, I need you at my side, Tarkus. You have everything we need, brother.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him.
Everything's gonna be fine.
I'm with you, brother.
Look, this is my friend Tarkus.
Yeah, I got that for sure.
This is my friend Galric. We're the
Yeah.
only three doors here. We
Yeah.
are the best builders. It is not a brag. It is just inherently true.
Accurate.
yes, you are the
But we
only
need
three
more-
dwarves here. That's for sure. No other dwarves.
We
Haven't seen
need
any in a while.
we need more bodies. We need resources. We need tools, and for that, we need somebody to go back to Garrett's Gate. But we cannot go. No one else knows the way.
Right.
Listen,
So where is it?
It's a few days' travel southeast.
So who knows where it is?
The three of us. Everybody else could probably get there, but we know a way that won't endanger people on the trail.
so why don't we just
goes-
take one
goes
of
off
you
the beaten
guys?
path.
If we take one of you guys, then there's two of you here. You know,
And we could go.
could go.
You see, he kind of strokes his beard. Yeah, that's actually you might be onto something here. Tarkus, I know you're not going to want to hear this.
Galric, if I go with these guys, I'm gonna kill Tassels.
Look, man, you lived in Garrett's Gate for a long time.
I'm just gonna
And
pull up
loved.
some more Marxist quotes here real quick.
I'm a union man. Don't tell me about labor all day. I'm in a guild.
We need somebody who not only knows the way, but knows everyone in town. We need you to go out there, make inroads, use your charm. This is what we need. Can you do that for us?
I'm not doing it for them. I'll do it for you. And I'm doing it for this guy. Doesn't know how to dump the water in his mouth, just dumped it on the ground like that. I'll do it for
Do it
That-
for him.
He
This-
like whisked.
this snotty giggly feller. I'm not doing it for him, but I'll do it for you. And I'm doing it for the town I'm in.
Tarkus, if it makes your trip any easier with us, you don't have to talk to Tassels at all. You can just, if you have something to say to him, you can say it to me, and I'll interpret it to him. And
I
vice
can't hear you
versa.
from
The-
up here anyway.
Vice versa.
No, I'm going to talk to Tassels the whole time.
You're going straight to him. All right. Well, don't say I didn't warn you here. So
Clyde Wonderspice. Clyde, you're walking through the kind of nearby trees. They're not thick, it's mostly open space here. But there's nothing around for miles. It's quiet, You're getting a bit of the breeze. You can hear the chatter, but as you get further away from the camp, the chatter starts to die away, like kind of the only thing you can really hear is the wind and the chattering of your friend Sherman, who's kind of chewing on a sunflower seed.
Sherman, how you doing? That was a pretty tight situation we were in the other day. And I just want to make sure that you were hanging in there. I know you must have been rattling around, something fierce in my cloak there, the way I was getting beat up left and right. You hanging in there?
Oh, I was like pretty far away from you, man.
I imagine you were right by my side the whole time. Loyal Sherman.
I mean, I was close enough. I wasn't gonna leave you.
I'll tell you what, you were right next door to my heart, if not physically right next door to my person. But I'm glad that you're okay. It wasn't looking so good for me for a few different moments there.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Me neither. And I can't imagine what would happen to you if I went down in the line of battle, saving my friends like that.
A true and cruel reminder of mortality.
I mean, every day when I wake up and I look at the world around us, and when I look at you, sweetest, fairest sugar glider I ever did lay eyes on with his clipped wing, I'm reminded that mortality waits right around the corner, right around the bend. It comes whispering in on the wind. It's terrifying, Sherman.
On the other hand, you did get knocked down 3 times and got up every time, so
You know, it's the only way that I could see. But if I could do it again, I'd avoid the 3 times going down. But you know, you got to play the cards that you have, and you can't be spending all day pining for cards that you wish you had. You know, you just got to play what you got, and that's what I was dealt.
he reaches his little hand in and pulls a berry out of the pocket in his cheek, and he holds it up to you. He says, This is a good berry. You ever hear of a good berry?
It looks like a good berry. What's a good berry, Sherman?
Let me tell you. So, back when I was a kid, you know, just a little kitten, surrounded by, you know, the whole litter. You know, I was a little runt, and my little wings hadn't grown in yet, and I fell off the top of a tall tree, and my mom scrambled down the tree and put one of these berries in my mouth, made me chew it, made me swallow it, and just like that, I was as good as new. I think if I pop this in your mouth, if you go unconscious, I think it'll pick you up, you know, in a good way.
Wow, that's amazing, Sherman. That sounds
So I'm
like
just
a
gonna-
real plan.
I'm just gonna hold on to this, you know.
I'm
All
just
right,
gonna
that's-
gum this until you fall next.
You keep that in your protective.
Yeah, he puts it back in his cheek pouch.
Put it in your cheek pouch of holding. How much? What else you got in there?
You don't wanna know.
While you're having this conversation, Tarkus is gathering his shield and supplies, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
I would like to. I don't know if I have time to just take a 20, but I wanted to spend a little time each night whenever we camp with that staff in crafting to just try to do the best job that I'm capable of doing to make a lit staff.
I think what I'll do is
I'm happy to take my time too, since I'm not technically skilled in woodworking.
I'll let you take a 20 every time to kind of make, like you said, the best thing that you're capable of making with your skills. But right at the end, before it is done, I will let you roll a d20, and on a 20, we can talk about what effects the staff gets. Otherwise, it'll be kind of just a quarter staff.
How many sessions do you think it'll take before I reach potential completion?
In order to like actually get a benefit like that, probably a few.
I'm not really terribly worried about the benefit, but I'm happy to take that time. I just want to make sure it's as literally as high a quality a piece that Clyde can make.
Yeah.
So I'll take a few. Yeah. Cool.
Sweet. We'll take a few sessions.
After this little powwow with Sherman, spending a little time working on that, I'll return back kind of to the group. I think that little nature walk was exactly what Clyde needed to just consider the existential situation that he is in trying to like, get out of the spiral that he was maybe momentarily in after the last battle.
So you guys are kind of reunited as Tarkus gets back with his traveling supplies. You guys have probably picked up a few things that you've had on you.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe see if we can get just a couple of healing potions before we roll out on this adventure with Tarkus.
Everything is kind of in a bit of disarray.
Okay.
So like there's no real organization in this camp yet. There's nobody selling or buying anything yet.
Yeah.
You kind of spend some time looking around.
Could we check with Ayla or somebody if the guards have any like reserves of some supplies like that?
Yeah, you check in with Ayla and she says, "I'm sorry, we can't spare anything right now. But we'll hopefully have everything up and running when you get back, or at least something up
I
and
roll
running."
sneak.
What are you trying to do?
Sneak off into the woods for a sec.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Stealth, sorry, this I meant.
Ooh.
Oh, cheers.
Wow.
Okay.
Wowee.
Plus Tassel's really low dex.
So that's what, 16?
That's a 16.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, Vivian. And you know what? We'll have you roll one too, Tarkus.
What?
22.
So it's a perception check. So you're going to roll a d20 and then add your perception skill to the die roll. Oh. I think they both see you, if I remember your scores correctly there, John.
So that's it's what I rolled plus 1 is my perception, or perception is wisdom. So
I thought that you had it as a
proficiency.
I do.
Proficiency.
Oh yeah, so extra 2 on there.
I do. Okay, so then that puts me at 15. Yeah.
So 2 plus 1 is 3. So right, that's 16.
Oh, 16. Okay, cool. I understand. I got you.
Gotcha. So you are actually incredibly stealthy, but both of your companions notice that you are going out.
Where are you going, big man?
You guys.
No.
What? Where
are you going?
Where are you going, Skater?
Where are you going?
Where are you going, bud?
I'm here.
Okay.
Who are you?
Well, we got to get going, so there's no time to sneak off.
Okay, let's go. Let's start.
So Clyde gets here at this
Whoa,
point.
you sneaking off to hide from work.
What? I am ready to work. I just need one moment alone.
Yeah, I got you some more stealth skills. They're hidden underneath work.
That's right. That's right. All I can do is work them out.
What do you need, Tassels? Maybe I can help you out there.
Never mind.
I don't trust this guy.
All right.
Just like saying it like you're saying it to yourself, but you're saying it loudly enough that everyone can hear you.
Great.
Hey there, Clyde. How was your walk?
Oh. Hey, fellers, what's going on? There seems to be a little argument happening right now. What I just stumble into.
We are ready to roll.
First of all, this is
no
Tarkus.
one's arguing.
Hey,
Jeff
partner,
over
who are
here
you?
is just stumbling off. I don't know. What's up, Clive?
Name's Clyde Wonderspice. Tarkus.
Tarkus. Nice to meet you. Vivian.
Vivian. You can call me Viv. If
Vivian?
we become friendly.
Viv. Cool. Tarkus. Nice to meet you. You. I'm just calling you for now. Over there. Cool. All right. You. Until. All right. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm ready to roll when y'all are ready to roll.
Tarkus, are you coming with us somewhere? Furthermore, gang, are we going somewhere?
You're coming with us.
Yeah. No. I'm not going with y'all. Y'all are coming with me. We're going to the Dwarven City, brothers. We're going to get wares and supplies so that we can build this camp up to something proper. This is the place. The streets are paved with gold. They ain't really paved with gold, but it's near enough. It's
the
pretty
dwarves
cool.
didn't think ahead to bring it with them, so we have to go back for it.
Oh, I understand. Listen, Tarkus, I like you. You
know
got a
what?
certain charm to you.
I'm gonna disengage myself. I'm not talking to
Tarkus, stay
Listen,
with me here.
Him over there.
Tarkus.
I'm with you. Okay. Right
Stay
here.
with
Right here. Right. You see me? Right here. Okay, I got you.
Man, I like you, Tarkus. You seem like a good guy. Real quick question: which side of the Mason-Dixon are you from? This sounds like somewhere near my parts.
I don't think that's from somewhere in this particular fantasy universe.
Sorry, Mason-Dixonia.
But my point is, we're getting to no, we're going back to the Dwarven City, brothers. We got to go get wares and supplies. We're gonna bring them back here so that this encampment can, so we can build something of it and we can make it safe. It's a great place, and I'm the only one that knows the way. So I'll tell you what, I'm not going with y'all. Y'all are coming with me. So I'm ready to roll when y'all are. This is this is for everybody.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm happy to, maybe just let diplomacy lie where it stands, and maybe we'll just say yes. How's that sound, fellas? We just kind of go along with this guy I just met, Tarkus. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, we're gonna follow this little man we just met out into the woods.
Tarkus, how are we getting there? Are we traveling on foot, or do you got some sort of dwarven?
Well,
mechanic?
You guys have horses now. Just a reminder, you have horses.
Oh, nice. They're just
The
there
horses
for
you
us.
stole.
Okay.
But the thing is that you killed their owners, so they're yours now.
What about did
Nice.
I
Marcus,
have my own
have your
horse.
own
I killed no one. I have my
you have
own
your
horse.
own horse.
We have a history.
It's a clean horse.
It's a clean horse. That's right.
Tassles, could you help me get on my horse again?
Of course.
Thank you.
Do you guys have names for your horses? I'm very curious about this. Viv, you grabbed the white horse, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you have a name for your horse?
Churro.
You don't have to.
Churro.
Sure.
My horse Churro.
Clyde, you got a name for your black horse?
No, not yet. I'm gonna consider it.
Okay. Tassels, do you have a name for your red and white horse?
Just as we're kind of mounting up here, I walk up to the horse and kind of take a deep breath. I got caught in trying to do something, and I'm a little frustrated. Being talked back to by all these little men, I'm just kind of a little frustrated. So I just go over and breathe and stroke the nose of my gallant beast and whisper very softly, "Horus, the horse."
Yes.
You remember that was the name of my first
Of
horse
course,
ever from
of
Breath of the
course.
Wild.
I was there. I was there. Horus, the horse, of course.
I will name my horse Darman.
Oh, that's nice. Come on. Is it dusty in here?
In the meantime,
Tarkus, what's your horse?
In the meantime, Tarkus calls over his horse, who Tarkus has been with for years, and just kind of snarkily looks at these guys that are, getting on this horses that they just met and naming them. Tarkus's horse, my boy's name is Sturgill, and we've been together a long time.
That's great.
Yeah.
There's a trust that's very clear and evident in between rider and horse here.
He's not a tall horse. He's not a tall horse, but
he's stocky.
He's broad.
He's well built.
Horse. He's a broad horse.
And thus, upon the backs of your newly acquired horses, you start yet another journey southeast to Garrett's Gate, the Dwarven city at the base of the Emerstead Mountains. While the main roads can get you there, your recent experiences suggest that maybe another route is in order. Tarkus luckily knows the way. After about a half day's ride down the main road, you leave down a less traveled trail through the Emerstead Highlands. As the sun sets, your party reaches the edge of what appears to be a large bog. Do you keep on or camp for the night?
I'm still feeling pretty fresh. What do you guys say?
Yeah, we should
press
keep on a little bit.
I'm feeling keeping on because Tarkus knows the way, does he not?
He does.
He's familiar. So I want to say it's sunset, but we can keep on at least a little further, just based on Tarkus's knowledge of the terrain.
Yeah.
That he's not leading us anywhere too dangerous, that we're just,
What time of night is it?
We're talking like 7-ish p.m.
Just
like
evening.
spring
Gotcha.
evening, yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are going to keep on going. Excellent.
Tarkus, is there anything to worry about that comes out at night in these parts?
I just want to say Tarkus's entire motivation here is, we're trying to make good time, but at the same time, we're not doing anything dangerous. We're just, we're pushing for like a nice 9 p.m. or something. Tarkus is not doing anything reckless. Is Tarkus's.
Then here's what I
here.
will do during the last hour of our travel. I will summon a spirit totem. Hawk, I believe it is. Let me just double check. Yeah. To follow us for the last hour. We get Spirit Totem Hawk.
What's the hawk's name, Zach?
What'd you name it last week? I know it wasn't Jake.
This is
I was mad at
this
you.
is it. I forget what I named it, but this one's name is Snickers.
Okay. Okay.
And we get advantage on, I guess, like perception on finding creatures in the area as we're moving.
Cool.
Cool.
The ground of the bog is really soft and gives way easily. I'm gonna have you guys all give me a nature check here.
Big time.
Oh yeah, come on now, come on. 22.
Nice. It's a
That's
14 for me.
That's a 19 here.
You guys all rolled real big here.
These horses?
I was supposed to roll a d20, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you add your nature skill,
Which
if
is
it
nothing.
It's
Gotcha.
intelligence, yeah.
Yep.
So you basically all know, with some very high rolls here, you all know that the best move forward is to walk your horses through, and test for kind of soft spots as you walk. Because if you take the horse and you go into a hole, the horse's leg could break, and then you're out the horse, and you're traveling by foot for the rest of the trip.
And I'm not losing churro.
So you guys, I imagine that's how you'll travel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about you guys. Like, I feel like if it's getting remotely dangerous, I feel like I would tend to the conservative play that maybe if we get to a place where maybe it's a good place to camp.
Yeah.
I would call for that. I'm not trying to go walk in a bog late at night. Like, as soon as it gets a little sketchy, I'm going to call for camping. We could take a vote, but that would be my.
Yeah, I'm there with you. And
At this point, I think with you as our guide, Clyde would be happy to kind of defer to Tarkus if we're going to respect him as the current, guide.
Well, and I would, but I would also, y'all are definitely, kind of more apt with magic and animals and stuff. If you have any kind of abilities to see what's around or anything that's going on, would be helpful. But I lean to play conservative here and just go for kind of.
I think that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a good plan, I think.
Yeah,
cool. So you guys continue with caution and realize that travel through the bog might be slow going. A deep rolling fog sets in a few miles into your journey through the bog. It comes out of nowhere. It's difficult to see more than 5 feet in any direction.
I think that means camping now.
Yeah. Can I roll maybe an Arcana on that fog or a Perception?
Yes, you may.
On that, which one would you like?
Arcana.
Amen. Oh yeah, Daddy, come on now. That's +3, so that's a dirty 20.
It's an unnatural fog.
Okay,
you know that it comes from a magical source. You don't necessarily know where that source is or what's causing it, but it is definitely not a natural fog.
I'm going to turn to Tarkus. Tarkus, is there anyone that lives around here?
To your knowledge, Tarkus, there is not.
Oh yeah, I don't know, brother. But again, bogs are there's things about. But we're being conservative. It's important that when you're out to be conservative, be safe. Tarkus is again voting that we just, find like just a safe perimeter camp kind of area where, things will be cool. And if anything happens, we'll be kind of defensible.
Yeah, I'm going to say that I'll take first watch this evening. This fog has kind of unsettled me.
Tarkus, I have a question for you.
Sure.
There wouldn't, and there's my eyes are tearing up just a little bit. There wouldn't be any frogs around here, would there?
I have no knowledge of any frogs in the fog.
That's good.
In the bog in the fog?
Perhaps on a log?
That's good.
All right.
That's
All
good.
right. Well,
That's
That's
enough. I'm so sorry.
That's good.
but I mean, I think it would be. I don't know if you're looking for it's a bog. I don't know.
I don't want them here. Is what I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Okay, cool.
And
Then
I'm
there's
looking
none.
for-
There's
I'm
none.
looking
And
for
then
confirmation that I can feel safe sleeping tonight.
then the soonest I see a frog, brother, I'm gonna smack it with my whip.
I appreciate that.
Clyde's gonna draw his bow, just gonna keep it at his side at the ready.
Yeah, if we're going to sleep, I'm definitely going to sleep. I kind of got the shield across one side, and I think I have the whip in my hand ready because just for range, just in case.
Cool.
Should we talk about setting up some sort of watch if we are gonna set down for the night? Maybe we have.
Yeah, I
someone
said
keep
that
an
to
eye out?
I said that to everyone when I
Okay.
said that.
Mm.
I'm going to take first watch this evening. I'm unsettled by this fog, which what I know about bogs, there's some weird looking frog sitting on this log.
Don't you
And it's
talk
that this
about
fog
talk about frogs.
rolled in on its own, if you know what I'm saying.
Just quick, how far are we from the edge of the bog at this point?
You feel as though it's like almost a full day's travel on foot through the bog. You're about like you're a few hours in. Let's say, for the sake of argument, there's about eight more hours of travel by foot in the bog.
To get no, I mean, but to get like if we were to go back,
Oh, it would take you.
because when we came in at sunset, and we said we were being conservative and slow, so we're probably only a couple hours in.
That's right. You would probably be able to get there in like 2 hours.
Okay, so theoretically, just for full. Okay, cool. Well, are we around any kind of terrain where we're stopping, where it's just a good place where we're kind of good vantage point, or is it just totally?
It's flat, soupy. You got like bog, marsh, kind of wet peat on the ground, and then you got like some gnarled trees every now and then that seem pretty dead.
I don't like this, guys. Like, I mean, I don't know how you guys are feeling. As much as I don't want to seem, I'm sure. Okay, well, two questions. Number one, is there a way to go around the bog? If we were to decide to like retreat.
To go around the bog would take a few days that you
Okay.
feel you don't necessarily have, but like you could try it.
Okay, understood. I'm just
Mhm.
looking for options.
For your
Okay.
options, yeah.
Just because I'm saying, guys, we got a real ominous Scooby-Doo kind of situation here, and
Listen.
I am very aware of that.
Tarkus, there is no enemy that we can't overcome with our teamwork. That's what Tassles taught me from his book of teamwork.
Yeah.
And
It's
the
also-
You're saying that, but I've been through here, and I'm not scared. I'm just letting y'all know.
Listen, I'm facing my own fears right now. The fact that there might be frogs here is huge. So we're making big steps in that direction.
You ever ate
Uh,
frogs? You ever ate frogs? I ate
No,
frogs.
I'm not going to put one of those near me. Trust me. Dead or alive, that's gross, dude.
All right. Well, if we're agreeing that we're gonna camp, and Jiffy Lube over here is gonna keep watch, then I feel safe. If y'all feel safe, let's wait out the night.
That's
Yeah.
what they used to call me.
So you guys, if you set up a watch system, you guys can all get kind of full night's rests,
Cool.
taking one at a time.
Yeah.
Nothing bothers you guys in the night. You get some like pretty shoddy rest, but it's enough to get you guys through. What you do realize is that when it's supposed to be morning and the sun's supposed to be out, it is still very dark. A little bit lighter, but very like dark gray.
It's still soupy.
Oh yeah.
Can I roll
Does
a
go ahead.
Can I roll an Arcana in the morning again and see what's going on with this light situation?
You had a 20 on the last roll. I will give it's the same effect.
Okay.
The fog is like soaking up the light.
Okay. The fog.
So
is
it's the
soaking up
fog
light.
that is causing the
Right.
darkness. Yeah.
Could I roll to find a creature that I could speak with?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a frog?
Don't you screw me on this.
You're in a bog, Zach. You're in a fucking
You're in a
bog.
bog.
What
Ah!
creature are you
Logs.
looking to find here?
It says on my
It could be a dog. It could be a dog.
Could be a dog.
Vivian's only flaw. His only flaw is that he is terrified of frogs. It's on the sheet.
It's on the
I'm
sheet.
wondering this, and so is Chillman in chat. Do toads do the same thing to you?
Let's
Well, that's like a real turtle tortoise
Yeah.
situation.
Two very different things.
I
Really.
can't imagine you're just comfortable with toads.
no.
Like
Yeah,
you,
if
you
you
Toads
just
don't
are
like
fine.
It's like
it's
no,
something
no,
about
trust
the,
me, I'm a
like-
toad. Oh, you're cool then.
Toads are drier, generally.
yeah,
Yeah.
Frogs are slipping
They're
and sliding
wet.
around down in those
Yeah.
bogs. You know,
Specifically in bogs. Like this is like
Mm.
their. But
this
yeah,
is frog country, man.
what do we roll here?
What's 18 plus what? Nature?
Yeah, it's a nature check.
22.
Okay, high or low?
Always high, baby.
You are kind of wandering through this fog. You can barely see 5 feet ahead of you. And you actually see perched on one of the dead trees a heron.
Hey there, fella. How you doing?
Hello. What are you doing here?
We're just we're on a little nature trek. What are you doing here?
Let me ask you something. Let me
Yeah.
stop you right there.
Okay.
You got any fish?
Dude, I don't have any, but I could get you some. What about
Let
one
me
of
tell
these
you,
treats? And I pull one of
I
the treats
hate
out.
eating frogs, man. They are gross. I don't like eating frogs.
Excuse me?
But that's what I eat
What?
because there's no dang fish around here.
There's frogs?
There's frogs everywhere around here. I'm surprised you haven't run into one yet. Place is bleeding with them. They're everywhere. You must have gotten pretty dang lucky not to have run into one at this point.
Could I
See,
do like
we-
some?
Okay.
While you're malfunctioning, what were you gonna say?
Can
John?
I at this point we're just sitting around camp while
Yeah.
he's doing this. Can I do some kind of perception check to just look around the camp to see a frog?
Yeah, you may, yeah.
What am I rolling?
Just roll a d20 and add your perception skill, which is +3.
And I got a 2, so probably not.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't see any frogs. You don't even hear them. It's actually unnaturally quiet.
I was just keeping an eye out.
But I do need you to actually roll me a survival check here as well, which is a d20 and add your survival skill. So
Ooh, that's not good.
So the heron leans forward. He snags the treat, a little animal treat, out of your hand, and he says, he's like kind of rolls it around his beak a little bit. Yeah, this is okay.
It's
Yeah, this will do.
certainly not a
What is it, bud? Frog got your tongue.
You got. Oh, I throw up a little.
All right, look, man.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Sorry, it's collecting myself here.
That's all right. What can I do for you?
What's your name?
My name's Lyle.
Lyle.
That's right.
I had a good friend named Lyle in another life.
I'm sure you did.
Listen, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this fog. It's not going away, and it's kind of ruining our nature trek here. So
I'm actually kind of waiting it out. My set came out of nowhere yesterday,
yeah,
and I've just been waiting it out. I've been here for a while.
pretty creepy, huh?
Yeah, I think I might just fly straight up and see if I can get out of it.
Listen, tell you what.
Yeah.
Come with me. Come with my adventuring crew. If you can scout above us and help us out, we'll help you out in getting out of this dang fog.
Well, I can get out of the fog. I could fly straight up in theory.
But
I'll
I
get outta
could
here.
I could catch a fish maybe on the way out. We get you
I'm
a nice
listening.
fish.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah. You
What kind of fish, huh?
you scratch my back,
Well, what kind of fish?
I'll
Don't get ahead
scratch
of
your
yourself.
beak.
Don't touch my beak.
I
What kind
won't
of fish
touch
you
I'm
got?
sorry. What kind of fish don't I have? Trout, pickled herring.
Based on Tarkus and Clyde's
You're gonna have to come because I got
accents,
a
they're
pickle in it.
obviously very good at fishing.
Yeah, Tarkus and Clyde can probably wrangle up some fish for sure.
I do have a technical question when you're done with this conversation.
Yes. We're going to wrap it up just real quick. Roll me a persuasion check there,
Yes, sir.
Vivian.
Yes, sir. Big money. Gimme.
Oh my God.
God bless us, everyone. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Listen, as soon as battle is happening, I'm going to just be so bad at it. I'm blowing the rolls on convincing this bird to join us.
Well, I want to know what happened with that survival check that I just rolled a dang 2 on.
Oh,
sure you're gonna
trust me,
find out,
I'll tell you
Tarkus.
in just a minute. Lyle the Heron looks to be thinking for a second. He just says, "You know what? Why not? You had me at trout. Let's do this thing. I'm going to scout ahead.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this? You want me to go forward a little bit and then come back and check in with you, and then forward a little bit and come back and check in, or
Yeah.
go straight up, see what I can see from the sky?
I would
What do
say
you want me to do?
first go straight up, see what you can see from the sky, report back, and then from there we'll kind of get you to scout ahead of us and come back every once in a while.
All right, don't move." And he started to just fly straight up.
What did that bird say?
Tarkus, you believe that this fog is going to give you a pretty hard time navigating. Like, you've never had to do this basically blindfolded before. And you start to get the sense that maybe you're not going to be able to do this as well as you thought because of this magic fog. But what's your other question?
Does Tarkus know the land well enough to know that, like, it's all bog and it will all ultimately be passable, or are we potentially going to wind up in a marsh full of, the dead marshes or something like that?
You really don't know.
I've only been through part of this bog, so we could get totally screwed. Like, I only know part of it. Okay.
You know kind of the most direct path through. You know that if you just kind of just keep heading in this direction, you'll eventually make it out, but you think that you will potentially lose some more time than thought.
Word. Well, can I yell? Vivian's right here, right? Or is he off somewhere?
I think Vivian's still there. Yeah, Vivian was just kind of sitting by the.
Yo, Vivian. So how are we like? Because I'm obviously real stressed out about this fog, man. Like I know the way, but like I can't be trying to lead you blind. Like I seen you talking to that bird. Like you think you're gonna, if I can give you a general direction, you think between me and you we can get somewhere?
Yeah, dude.
Is that a plan?
Lyle is with us. He's gonna help us out. I just need help. We got to catch some fish when we get out of this thing for this guy. He's going to help us out. He's a good bird.
Well, I heard. Well, I tell you what. When we get to the Dwarven metropolis, even if we don't catch any fish, they got them for sale there.
This is perfect. I feel like Lyle and I have connected, and I think that we could be friends forever here.
He ain't never had no salt fish before, brother. Like, we can hook him up.
That's what I love to hear.
He kind of swoops back down.
Hey, Lyle, what's going on, man?
You hear like some weird bird noises, which I will not try to reproduce here. But you hear some strange bird noises. John, your character's name again is Tarkus. So Tarkus, you hear those weird bird noises while Vivian hears him say, yeah, I mean, the fog ends, I don't know, I want to say 10 miles down that way. And he kind of like nods his beak towards it, but it goes up really high and it goes out pretty far.
But
Is he nodding in the
10
direction
miles?
we need to go?
Yes.
Okay.
Generally speaking.
He's saying we just got 10 miles to go in that direction. We should be fine. He can scout ahead. Just, you know, think it'll be a-okay.
It's going to be hard for me to find you again if I go up too far. But if I go out and then come back, I should be able to find you.
Yeah. Yeah. And if we stay in the same direction, just going straight there.
I'm going to look at the bird and I'm going to speak loudly the way that my grandfather does at the Chinese restaurant. I'm going to be like, yo, if you fly out just straight into the fog, and if you don't come back, then we know there was trouble. All right. Being totally tone deaf to like how this would not be favorable to the bird and the fact that the bird can't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, Lyle actually turns towards you, Vivian, says, huh?
Honestly, I'm struggling to understand half the stuff he says. That draw is kind of really messing with me. I've never
This
met
is
a
all in
Southerner
bird.
like that
This is
before.
all in bird, Tarkus. So luckily you don't have to hear him insulting your drawl. But
Clyde has a certain roll to it, but this one's deeper south, I would say. This one's definitely like you know,
From deep in the mountains.
Clyde has a nice Virginia roll to it, you know, like maybe Kentucky. But this one's deep, baby, and it's hard to get sometimes. So,
well, you understood my plan, though, right? Like he'll fly out, and if he gets killed and doesn't come back, then we know there's problems.
Let's just not talk about him dying. Lyle
He can't
is
understand
a
me.
clean
He can't understand me.
he just like looks at you, says, okay, I'm gonna fly straight out and then just kind of keep checking back. All right, bye. And then he flies ahead.
Again, Tarkus is totally tone deaf to the fact that you have an attachment to this bird.
All right, let's see here.
Time to go, baby.
So between the bird and Tarkus, you guys, you plod through the dense fog for another few hours. It feels like forever. The sights don't change. The ground looks the same. The fog is just completely enveloping you. And, you know, sometimes the soft earth gives way completely, sucking your boots in up to the knee. But with time and patience, you guys persist. And just as you feel as though you're going to be in it forever, you step through into open air as like Lyle tells you, okay, it's just a little bit ahead. It's just a little bit ahead. But now in front of you is a small road with 4 little huts on each side.
Is Tarkus familiar with this road?
You actually don't recall a village being on the path at all. So there
Is
are
this the great Dwarven hub that you talked about?
I'll tell you what it is, brother. Why don't you go? That's your room right over there. Why don't you go check it out?
A couple of huts in the middle of the bog?
No, come on, man. No, come on, tough guy. Why don't you go check that one out?
All right.
The first one, there's 4 huts. Why don't you go check that one out? And then I look sarcastically at the band to see if this is a good idea, and maybe we make a plan before we.
I've already started walking towards the door to go knock on it.
I would like to roll to see if I sense his sarcasm.
I'm gonna just go with Tassels.
All
if
right.
he's walking forward, I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna read the room here and know that a little backup never hurt nobody.
But also I'm also like, you know, kind of drawing my weapons and getting ready, because as much as, you know, as much as Tarkus is like going hard, he's prepared for anything.
Yeah.
That's an intelligence check there, Vivian.
I would imagine,
or like an insight check,
yeah.
I should say. Sorry, I think it's
wisdom. 16, but I would imagine as soon as I see him drawing his weapons, I'd be like, oh.
Right, you pick up on it. The small village seems to be unoccupied. There are no lights on in the windows. Some of the huts' doors hang open, and nature has begun to reclaim the structures, with moss and vines beginning to grow in places. You continue towards the huts. You can see that bog water has flooded them, and the furnishings and things inside are rotted and moldy. Far ahead of you, down the road a little ways, there's a large, gnarled dead tree in the middle of a small pond. The road seems to go on beyond the tree via a broken wooden bridge, which looks like the only tenable way to get through the marsh ahead. What do you guys do?
Could we
So
investigate?
you guys
those
are going.
huts?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely investigate the huts and just see if there's anything. Yeah, investigate the huts.
Yeah, let's get investigation rolls specifically from Vivian and Clyde first, because they went ahead forward.
Me and
Or
Clyde.
Tassels and Clyde first.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Sorry.
Well, I
Tassels
rolled
and
a
Clyde.
fucking 3, so I got a damn 6 total. Which
Ooh, mine's not looking great.
apparently I just
either.
walked right up to this hut and said, "Is this a house?"
Yeah, you like knocked on the
Mine's-
door.
What you said was, "Is this the Dwarven city?"
Yeah, yeah, that was honest.
You knock
apparently.
on the door, and the door falls open.
We're
Yeah.
here for the supplies.
The
Mine's
two of
a
you,
14.
yeah,
That
the
ain't
two of you
fish.
see it's like
No,
completely
he's
abandoned.
he's so racist. He actually thinks this is the Dwarven city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can tell no one has lived here for an awfully long time.
So this is how they live.
Jesus Christ.
Is that how that looks from your ivory tower there, brother? I'll tell you what. So like we see this two things I'm going to say to y'all, and we can decide what kind of plan we're going to make. I'm going to try and dissuade my drawl so you can understand me clear. Number one, there's that tree. There's a tree in the middle of a pond, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That tree looks awful spooky over there, and I'm speculating maybe we just avoid that thing. I think I'm gonna go and look at the bridge using my just general kind of artisanal carpentry skills. I can judge if the bridge is safe and maybe do any kind of maintenance or maybe do anything to the
Tarkus.
bridge to make it more safe.
Tarkus, seriously, let me ask you a question. Is this not the way that you usually go? Like, is this... Do you always pass through this village?
I'm being honest with you, man. Like it was like I said yesterday, the fog was new, and this village is new.
Okay, so
And your sarcasm has not been appreciated. But I'll tell you what.
I was
the first honest question you give me, I'll take it.
okay.
I appreciate you. I see you.
I appreciate that, and I
I
feel
see you.
seen for once. And I feel like we've made some grave error back in the fog.
Making inroads. some real emotional catharsis happening.
Yeah.
Does anybody? But that's my
Clyde-
strat. Does anybody else have any ideas or tactics here? Because my idea is that I want to check out the bridge.
I would
I
definitely
think
love
at
to.
this point, Clyde, if he could, would like
I'm
to
so sorry.
would like to quickly appraise this bridge and see if it could hold his weight. Being a gnome and being so light, wondering if he could like almost try to make it across first before these.
Well,
big,
can I
heavy
stop
dudes
you?
try.
We can appraise it together because I think as an artisan, as a builder, I could at least.
You're absolutely welcome to do that, but that's Clyde is going to do that as well. So if you'd like to as well,
Yeah,
Tarkus,
we'll check it out together. We'll kind of take a 2-man approach to see like if this is a good thing to do.
All right. Are you taking a look at things there as well, Clyde? Or are you just going to try and test the bridge?
I'm going to basically, I would like to roll a perception roll to see if this is like a rope bridge situation.
It is like a stake bridge. So there's like these stakes
Like
on either
Ponderosa.
side,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are planks.
So I guess really I'm just trying to spot to see if I can identify where like a rotting wood plank would be, what wood looks like it would hold. And then I'm going to essentially try to ease on and test my weight if it seems like there are planks that look strong enough to
I'm
hold.
Why don't
worried
you guys-
about those ropes more than I'm worried about the planks, brother.
Why don't you guys each give me a perception check here?
Okay. That's a 22 perception.
Ah! Tarkus is having a rough day.
What you both notice is that the part of the bridge, and I'm actually going to bring you here as you're approaching here. The part of the bridge that is in front of you. I'm sorry, bear with me as I move down. Roll20 made this harder somehow.
Yeah. Okay.
So in front are Tarkus and Clyde. Right at the edge of the bog, or of the like dry land here, right before it gets to this kind of like marshy pond, you see that a part of the bridge is now submerged in water, which looks as though it's not necessarily in disrepair so much as the water rose to kind of overtake part of the bridge. Like maybe that part wasn't elevated enough. And you see as it goes the rest of the way through this like disgusting marsh.
I'm gonna.
Clyde's just gonna
Takes you
go
past
for
the
it.
tree.
Can
All
I
right.
can I grab Clyde by the grab him by his tassels real quick and say, wait.
Well, real quick, I might save you the trouble because with your higher score there, Clyde, you also see, bear with me, I lost my spot here. You see bodies floating in the marsh.
The dead
Bloated-
marshes.
Bloated corpses of like, you see like a dwarf, you see a couple humans, you see some halflings, they are all like bobbing in the water, like just underneath the surface, like apples.
Are there apparent causes of death, or are these just like they've been here rotting for some
They've
time?
been here way too long. Like
How many bodies would you say there are?
you can see at least 4.
Okay. Tarkus, do you notice these dead bodies floating around here?
I do. I think we need to call on our wizardly.
Did you notice them? Do you see them? Look
Do
at
I
him.
see them?
When he points them out to you, you do see them. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think can we? I would venture that we use Skip back here with the sarcastic comments to use his wizardly powers to maybe he could tell if there's something unnatural going on or if these guys just drowned on a fishing accident. Or if anybody in the party has any skill to see if there's anything kind of unnatural going on.
I could probably figure that out. I've been eyeing that tree ever since I blundered into the once I got past the houses and I have kind of gathered myself a little bit more. I've been eyeing that tree pretty hard. And it's only when Tarkus calls me over that I kind of just keeping my side eye on that tree. But
Can you tell me why you're looking at the tree in particular?
I have a feeling about the tree.
Well, why don't you give me an Arcana check?
An arcane feeling.
My
Whoa.
friends, that's a big one. And that's a +3, so that's
22.
22.
You feel as though the tree is what is emanating this like
That's
magical
what I
aura.
fucking thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that tree was spooky, brother.
Yeah, you did. I would love to now. I now grimly turn my attention towards the bodies before us.
You don't sense anything about the bodies. They seem like, as Lord Bale put it, just regular dead bodies.
Just standard
know,
dead body.
I think that these are, as far as dead bodies in a marsh go, these are regular marsh dead bodies.
These
They're
are
about as
original
regular as they
recipe.
We're not getting the hot and spicy ones. These are just straight up and down.
Yeah, maybe I could go check it out.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about something. Remember how I turned into that horse? I could
I
turn
was
into
going to turn into a
other
seahorse.
animals. A seahorse.
Turn into a
Seahorse.
seahorse.
I'd like to turn into. Well, I'd like to call Lyle over first.
Get your story straight, man.
Lyle's on top of one of the huts, and you hear him say, "No,
Lyle, come here, dude.
no,
Why?
I'm not fucking going over there."
I think
Why?
Clyde's gonna start.
your
going.
bird looks afraid. I don't know, man.
Lyle, what's
Clyde
wrong?
starts crossing the bridge.
I got a bad feeling. Okay, Lyle is crossing the bridge, so as soon as you touch the water,
Clyde, you mean? Yep.
Clyde,
Yeah.
Clyde,
Clyle.
Clyde, and Lyle.
I am slowly drawing my axe right now in just kind of a nervous.
It's a good
Fingery kind of
idea.
way.
Clyde, as soon as your foot touches the water, the bodies start to rise out of the bog.
Oh,
Because
Yeah,
obviously they
figured.
do. They absolutely do.
Yeah.
Everybody roll initiative.
I thought they were original recipe bodies.
The bodies are original recipe.
the magic in them is the spice.
My friend.
Okay,
a
what do I
dirty
roll?
20.
Just to be clear, everything around here is magical. Your radar.
I kind of
Tassels
figured
is like
we
Shit.
were in the
Yeah.
middle of some crazy shit. It was time to just press forward, you know.
I just rocked a 1. So
wow,
like,
that's a
this is-
natural one on the.
Wow, I'm not much better though. Mine's a 6 total, but I just rolled a 2 on the die.
What's a what? I'm a 1 plus a what?
Your initiative should be at the top of the sheet. It's just your dexterity modifier.
Oh, so just I'm a 2.
All right, and what did you get there, Tassels?
That's 19.
Nice,
And-
smartass.
Vivian?
I.
A dirty, filthy 20. Really
You
just
know-
going for Tassels tonight.
yeah.
It's because you
Darn it,
didn't
he-
remember that we hung out in Pittsburgh with Lucy, the bulldog. So
No, it's not because of that. It's because his character has been a smartass all day.
That's
I
fair.
love
kind of
Mike.
his-
That's his
Mike is a
shtick.
lovely, beautiful, wonderful human being. His
This-
character
Tarkus
is a
has just
dickhead.
been-
This
though.
is his
Tarkus
outlet.
has just been out for him.
It has nothing to do with Mike. I'm role playing, man. I'm here. I'm in it to win it.
Yeah,
Oscar
Tassels
goes
is not a lovable character. I think ultimately.
Okay, I have combat initiative order ready to go. I would like to take 2 minutes, if that's all right, to grab.
I
another
need to
drink.
consult the tree myself.
Yeah.
If
We'll
you know what I'm saying.
we'll just take a quick fiber and I'll put us on the we'll just leave the screen up. Why the
Yeah,
heck
we'll
not?
see you guys in a
It's just
sec.
fine.
2
yeah.
minutes.
2 minutes. 2
Seriously, 2
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
But oh my god, I don't want anybody in the chat to think that I don't like Mike.
It's
Mike's amazing.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's
okay.
because his character is a racist asshole.
Yeah,
And
he's a classist more than anything.
It's fair. Well, no, you are the classic like NPR liberal, and I am like the blue collar liberal, and that is the dynamic. Because I'm a union man, you know.
That's
My
right.
guy-
That's right. Yeah.
My guy's a union man.
Yeah, my Tassels caused a rift between you two in real life. Got it. Do you see that in the chat? This is it. This is where it all falls apart.
So no, this is it. No, this is a real conversation about politics.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking, Tassels union play is a little stronger. It's
No,
it's a little-
you're the ivory tower guy, and I'm the steel mill guy. You know, we're at it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. now.
Okay.
Gary.
Dairy. Sorry, I just need to consult the tree here for a second, but I'm just updating this.
Consult the tree. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
The good tree. That government issue tree.
Oh, the beautiful tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Queen's tree.
The Queen's tree. They put her face on it. Yeah.
Okay, what? Huh? I'm here. I did it.
Oh, nice. Welcome back. Listen,
Clyde?
we get to a point where Clyde's just got to, it's time to move on.
That's
It's
fair.
time to press forward.
Can I tell you what my plan was, Tom?
What was it?
And for the people out there, we'll wait for James so he can hear it. It looks like I see him just in the corner there. Hey, Jim. We'll get to it. Well, I'll just tell you. My plan was to turn into a tiny spider and hitch a ride on Lyle to have him drop me on the tree.
That's dope.
But
You know that tree would turn on you and fuck you up though, big time.
But that's midair.
Yeah.
I was gonna turn into a giant wolf spider, and then get at
I think
it.
at a certain point, Clyde was just like, "Man, this place is bad juju, and the only way to get through it is just like push forward, trust the team, defend ourselves." You know.
Yeah, if it was up to Tarkus and Tassels to debate, we could be here forever.
That's what I'm just like, man. They could be here all night. It's time to just like cross this damn bridge.
I like
know?
you being the ultimate decision maker here, just through action. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
I'm
with your
kind of just
character,
staying quiet,
like,
and then I'm like,
screw
all right, I
you
go.
guys.
Yeah. I go.
Yeah.
I go now.
You got two big personalities here, and I feel like I'm the quiet one. I'm just chatting with animals, and Clyde is just
Clyde hasn't said a word, but Clyde was like, "It's time to move."
ruling through action.
A man
You
of
guys,
action.
you
Man
guys
of
can be
action.
concerned, but I'm stepping in the puddle of water. I'm crossing the bridge. Let's go.
Look, somebody had to do it.
Somebody
It
had
was
to
a
do it.
matter of time. It was time to just go for it. You know.
Bodies with some pulp. Home style bodies. Jeez. The chat's on fire tonight.
Chat's
Dude,
on fire.
Chat's on
Chat is
fire.
where it's at right now.
Sorry,
Keep
guys.
lighting
If
it up,
we're
guys.
yeah, dude. We'll try to respond as we get. Just I'm trying to focus on both here. So, Mike, thank you for kind of heading a lot of that up and talking to the good people out there.
The Fudgio,
Yeah.
not as great as I remember.
What about the Lady Gaga Oreos?
Talk to me.
They're real. They're out on the market. I haven't had them yet.
I will hear no ill spoken of gags in my presence.
You're absolutely right.
Listen, I think everyone here is a fan of both Lady Gaga and Oreos. So when there's cross branding at play, that's only a win.
That being said, I haven't had her Oreos, but okay, good. I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
My mom is a huge Lady Gaga fan, and I don't think she's ever listened to her music. Just based on her actions alone, she's just decided.
She's
love
one.
Lady
Yeah,
Gaga.
Lady Gaga is one of those people that can have that kind of celebrity.
Did you guys see on YouTube? She did like a joint concert. It was her and Elton John, and they had like pianos facing off.
The piano
so
was
sad.
like they were like attached or something. I thought it was one piano with two keyboards on it.
Well, no, they were both like baby grands, and
Oh,
they were
okay,
kind of like
yeah.
doing a yin yang thing, and
Yeah.
it was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
It's so dope.
She has an unreal voice. It's just like it's so unbelievable to me
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
anybody can make that kind of a noise.
Speechless is one of the best like Queen worship songs I've ever heard in my life.
To Lady Gaga.
And may her spirit be with us while we enter into the fray.
Yeah, may her
fr-
spirit
I'm
guide
ready.
us.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go because I got to tell you, after these rolls, Tarkus, he's a little nervous. He's talking a
Dude,
big game.
Listen, Tarkus is welcome to continue to overanalyze every situation from the back with his 2 rolls. It's like you take your time, Tarkus. Clyde crosses the bridge. It's time, baby.
All right. No, I'm ready. All right.
There are spices on the other side of this bridge yet to be
Listen.
discovered.
The spices don't just walk up to you. You got to root around in some trouble to
The
find
spice
them.
waits for no man.
Time
That's
and
right.
spice. Wait for no man.
Wait for no man. Let's fight these corpses that have been
On
waiting
the
for us.
edge of glory.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. The corpses are right up here, and I'm so they're there. Okay.
There they are. Cool. All right. So you should John, you should have control over your little token when we get to moving. So you should be able
And
to
the
get
good
around
news
it.
is, John, I feel like you got all of your dud rolls out of the way. So now
Yeah.
that we're like in combat,
Yeah.
I'm expecting nothing but fire from Tarkus.
No, I was just giving y'all some confidence to get ahead. Now.
So Clyde, you're actually right here.
Where? Excuse me.
Now Dale's ready to put somebody into the wall.
There we go. So 8 bloated corpses come out of the water, and they all look at you. Vivian, you're up first.
I would like to do this. How far can I move? Can I tell how deep the water is there?
It's about knee height.
Knee height. So I could wade
You
in.
can tell because you're looking at Clyde in the water.
When I'm also looking at the corpses, right? They're wading
Oh, yeah.
through.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chill Man brings up a horrifying idea in chat.
Don't curse me, Chill Man.
Chill, man, don't ruin the big finish, bro.
Good Lord. Let's go ahead and make a spirit totem for my people. Let's do which one? Bear, hawk, or unicorn, guys?
Unicorn, baby.
We
It's
haven't seen the
time.
unicorn yet. Yeah.
I'm voting
not-
unicorn.
Unicorn's not useful for the fight itself. I think we got to make a bear.
No metagame, bro.
Yeah, bear. Yeah, bear does sound more useful.
Yeah. So, all of
Notchki
us.
wants the bear.
Yeah,
Notchki wants
we're-
the bear.
We're going bear. So this is a bonus action. I'm creating a bear, and it lasts for a minute. And anybody within the 30-foot aura of the bear, which I'm going to put it pretty much here, so we all get it and have some space to move forward.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
I can do this.
But either way, we each get 7 temporary hit points. So
Ooh, yeah, big time.
yeah, so that buffs us, and then
Where do you want it?
sorry, right here.
The bear.
Yeah.
The bear stands.
And it's a 30-foot aura, so it's pretty huge. And we each get 7 temp hit. So just take note of that when you take damage. Because, right, James, the way you described it is you take damage on the temporary hit points first, and then you take hits on the rest.
That's
of
right,
them.
baby.
Okay, so it's a nice buffer. And then we all have advantage on, I believe it's strength checks and saves. And
It's
then
strength checks and saves, yes.
strength checks and saves. Cool. And then for my turn, my friend, what I will do is produce flame and chuck a fireball at the first guy over here.
Oh, yeah.
Ranged spell attack is gonna be
Oh, baby.
25.
Oh, yeah. You hit this thing dead on. Roll some damage for me.
That will be 3 fire damage.
All right, so that
The-
does
The bear's
3 damage.
name, 3 damage, fire damage. The bear's name is Newton.
Newton. That's a great bear name. Newton.
Yeah, you hit this thing in the face with some fire. It doesn't really flinch, but you can definitely see some of the flesh melts off of it. Tassels, it's your turn.
Bless up. 1, 2, and this is a bear.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
a bear. That's right.
Okay.
Don't you worry about that bear. He's here to help.
Okay. Well,
Shake that bear.
10, 15. I'm feeling really vigored by the bear, and I'm gonna step up here
Yeah.
and tell me what's this guy wearing?
Oh, he's just a bloated corpse bag, brother. Just some tattered clothing.
Solid gold armor.
Ain't much.
Okay, well, I'm going to
He's wearing some flesh.
okay, well, I'm going to shocking grasp him. I cast shocking grasp.
Are you standing in water too?
Yeah.
Let's
This
go.
seems risky.
Let's go. Yeah, these are Mitch McConnell golems, actually.
I'm gonna just roll to hit because I have to touch him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, shit. That's just. Oh, it is +5.
Can I tell you a secret?
What?
That definitely hits.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Just
These guys
So
AC
10, yeah.
ain't nothing, baby.
Right,
Don't you
right,
worry
okay,
about
cool. Well, I'm gonna shock and grasp him, so that's just straight up and down 8 damage.
it. All right, high or low?
It's a 7. I
High or
rolled
low?
But high or low.
High, of course.
All right, you take no damage from the electricity going through the water.
Sick.
But you deal 7 damage. Yeah, you scorch this thing's arm as you grab it, and you come away with some rotten, gross flesh on your hand.
Great.
I imagine you wipe it on your pants.
I do.
Seems like a real Tassels move to me.
Yeah.
All right, the zombies in front of you, Tassels, are going to go. All 4 of them are going to go real quick. So this guy who's right in front of you is going to take his attack on you. That's a 22 to hit. I'm pretty sure he's got you.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
He deals 5 damage.
Okay.
This one comes up on you, Tassels.
Hey.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 2 damage.
Oh.
They're
okay.
just like running their bodies into you. They don't really know what to do.
Right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This one moves all the way past, but
Ooh.
uses its full turn to move, so it can't hit you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. These guys are like surrounding you here, Tassels. That one's not going to attack you, but he is getting up in your grill. That brings us to Clyde.
Okay, Clyde would like to. Let's see. Clyde's gonna move 5, 10, right here, and he's gonna shoot this feller, this bad guy. But he's gonna use Hail of Thorns. He's gonna go ahead and he's just gonna go for it.
Nice.
So he casts Hail of Thorns, and if I hit him, they have to roll dexterity saves, or else they take a D10 extra thorn damage.
Yeah, which one are you shooting at?
I think the one in front, and I think each enemy within 5 feet of that mark.
It'll be all 3 of them. Yeah.
So it would be all 3, right?
Mhm.
Cool. All right, yeah. So we're gonna take the shot. Oh, come on, baby. That is 14 though. I have +8 with the longbow.
Look, if a 10 hit, a 14 definitely hits. Don't you worry about it. So yeah,
Let's
you
go.
hit this guy real hard with the arrow. Why don't you go ahead and roll damage, and I'll roll some dex saves for the other. It's all 3 of them, right?
It's all 3 of them. So for the regular bow damage on the first guy, I'll roll that D8 +4. That's gonna be 8 damage total to him.
What are they trying to get?
So I think it's probably like the spellcaster bonus, right? It's probably 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus the skill. Is that how you would do that?
That's right. Yep. 8 plus proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier.
So is as a ranger, would it be wisdom? Or can I use dexterity is my primary ranger skill, but I imagine
I believe it's wisdom. Yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay. In that case, then it is just 12.
Okay. So 2 of them fail. The 2 right in front fail, and the one further away actually succeeds, despite the fact that it is very slow. It just like luckily moves its foot out of the way. So these 2 here will take it. So how much damage was this to the first zombie in the front?
So the first zombie took 8 total damage.
Okay, he's gonna roll a Constitution saving throw. He dies.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yep,
so
you see him.
toast.
He just kind of just sloughs back into the water.
Well, from his corpse, thorns start sprouting and
yeah.
entangling his allies.
Oh yeah. So this guy is actually going to take the full damage,
So he takes 3 damage, which is a bummer. But
and the other one takes 1, right? Even though he succeeds.
do I roll separately, or is it just one?
No, it's one.
encompassing
It's
roll?
one roll.
Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, then yeah, that wasn't very effective, but sure.
Everything helps.
You're chipping away. It takes a village. These zombies on the other side are coming. One. We're just gonna have him come here so that he's not on the bear. Actually, he can go here, so he's gonna go here. He's gonna attack you, Clyde.
Bring it.
That's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
You take 2 damage as he just kind of runs himself into you.
Gotcha.
5, 10, 15, 20. He's actually able to hit you 2. This guy will also take a swipe at you. That is a 22 to hit.
Well, damn, these guys are doing some work.
You'll take 3 damage from this guy as he just kind of runs into you.
Well, good thing I got this
5,
bear totem.
20.
Thank you,
30, 35.
Thank you, Newton.
Thank
guy's
you,
getting in your
Newton.
35, 30, 35.
Wow, they are swarming me.
40. Yeah, you guys are in front, but this guy's going. He wants to eat these guys back here. Last but certainly not least, Tarkus.
Let's go.
All right. As much as man, as much as I hate Tassels, I can't stand to see him being surrounded. So I'm just with a bellowing roar. I want to, and you can tell me how to do this right, but I want to swing on. How do I click on stuff?
If you
How do
click
I-
just
and hold,
yeah, left click and hold.
I want to swing
Yeah.
on that guy.
Love it.
And I want to continue my move and use action surge to use my extra action to swing on that guy.
We can do that. Why don't you go ahead and attack this guy here?
Okay, cool. What do I do?
Roll a d20, and you're going to add your attack modifier, which is your strength plus your proficiency bonus.
So 20 plus 12.
No, sorry, your
so-
strength modifier, which is 5, I believe.
Actually, it's 6. It's 6 plus proficiency bonus, so that's going to put me at 8. Plus
Oh
12.
boy. So if your
Swing it on a
ability
20.
score is 20, if your ability score is 20, your ability score modifier is 5. So you take that 5 and then you add the proficiency bonus, so it would be plus 7 to hit.
You have a 20 in strength.
He got an 18 for one of his
my,
rolls.
my strength is 18.
Oh,
My,
okay.
Oh, so the 6 is the all
The
said
6
and
is
done.
your the 6 is your number then.
Yeah.
Sorry for the confusion there, but yeah, you're adding
okay.
6 to your roll.
No, I'm confused all the time.
It's dude, we're playing
We're
D&D,
learning together.
We're learning
That's the beauty-
together.
beauty of it.
We're doing math.
Okay.
I believe in you, John.
I don't believe in anything. Okay, cool. So what happened?
All right, you have an 18 to hit, so you definitely hit. So what you're going to do next is you're going to roll damage, which I believe with your axe is a D8 plus your strength.
D8 plus my strength is 18, and then it says attack bonus plus 6.
Right. That's what you have
So-
to hit. So when the attack bonus is what you add to your D20 for your attack roll. Then
Okay, cool.
in your weapon, it should say your weapon and then 1d8 plus a number. And that's you roll your d8 and you add that number. And that's the amount of damage. So that's 7 plus,
Okay.
I believe 4, if I'm not mistaken.
For
For the axe itself, I think.
Does it say
the
1d8 plus
axe-
4? In that
1d8
square?
plus 6.
Oh, okay.
1d8 plus 6 for the battle axe.
Whoa.
right. Cool. So you deal 13 damage to this guy in front of you.
That's huge.
You crack into him. He's still standing, but he looks pretty bad. You hack most of his head off, but there's a sliver of the neck still remaining, so his head is hanging over his shoulder, but he's still up.
I mean, my purpose on this was I was running by, taking a crack at him, and I want to get by to crack on this guy here because I don't like Tassels being surrounded. I want to try and save my arrogant, annoying party mate.
If you move, so I'll do a little bit of metagaming because we're new here. If you move this square to this square to this square, you can attack this zombie here without taking an attack of opportunity from this zombie because you're never leaving his threatened spaces. You remember we talked about that the other day?
Right. Yeah. But I should go this way, right?
If you go around and leave this square, he'll be able to attack you. So if you go
Okay.
from here to here to here to here, you stay within his 5-foot threatened square, so you're never leaving it, and you can attack. Sorry, you can attack this guy diagonally here.
Okay,
make
cool. Yeah,
sense?
that was kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you're using your action surge. Go ahead and roll your second attack here. Action surge, for those of you at home, fighter ability that lets you take an extra action.
So plus 6 on that one.
Rolled a sick 5. That's super dope.
Here's the good news. Because you're adding 6 and you have a total of 11, you still hit this guy. Go ahead and roll some damage. So you'll do the same thing. So it's a 1 plus 6 is 7. So you chunk into this guy for 7. He's still standing, but he's noticed you. And so he's actually looking at you now instead of Tassels. That takes
I
us
think
back
I
to...
can handle him a little better than Tassels can, so let's go.
I think so too. Viv, that makes it your turn.
Okay,
Back to the top
so
of the order.
just clear this up for me. This guy right here is Clyde.
This is Clyde.
That's me. Yeah,
Right next
here
to the
I
bear.
am.
All right. I'm sorry, Clyde, but I've provided you a boon. I'm going to cast Entangle on the square to hit these 4. And, yep, there we are. Boom, boom. You see what I'm saying there?
Yeah, so you're
getting
casting
me-
it like
you're
where
getting
the
me
bear
as
is.
well.
Yeah, I'm casting, and it will get Clyde, but
That's okay. I'll be fine.
Well, the deal is they make a strength saving throw, but as he's in on the bear's aura, he will have advantage on this throw.
Let's go.
So I'm trying to hold these 4 back and keep Clyde pumping.
Righteous. All right, go ahead and I'll have these guys all roll. What are they? Strength saving throws, you said?
Yeah, strength saving throw, gotta be.
So it hits 4 of them.
Yeah, 14. Oh, it's a 20-foot, so I could get it to where it gets this guy too.
Where are you casting
If you
it
cast it
from?
on where Clyde is.
It would
On the
bas-
bear.
right?
You have to pick one of these squares. It can't be in the middle of all 4 of those.
Yeah,
squares.
no, he can pick on the bear like he said,
And
Yeah.
it's a
still hit
20-foot.
this
It's a
guy.
20-foot radius.
Yeah.
So yeah, you actually do hit every single one of them there. So 2 of them succeed, 1 of them fails. So that's 3 successes, 2 failures.
Okay. So it's difficult terrain,
Mm-hmm.
and they are anyone who fails is restrained for the duration of the spell, which is a minute as long as I hold concentration.
All right, I will add. So this one failed. So he is restrained. I will add a base. Yeah, so he's restrained, and then you actually got this guy too. I will add a little. I like these little bases. This is neat.
Yeah.
So they're both restrained, can't move.
Okay.
The rest of them are all succeeded. So go ahead and roll me damage. Right, that's what happens next.
Should I roll my strength to see if I'm
Entangle
entangled?
is
Yes.
yeah, but with advantage.
Okay. Not looking great. However, I am proficient in strength. That will bring me to an 11.
Ah,
I think that fails. I think so. You're entangled as well.
Damn. All right,
So
cool.
I'll actually put that status on there for you as well.
oh no.
Okay. So roll damage.
Entangle, I don't think deals damage.
It keeps them trapped
It's straight
there.
up. Yeah. Let me
Oh.
just double check. But if this is the case,
You fucked me, Zach.
hold up.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
it doesn't deal damage. You're right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then I
You
will
can
use...
also
yeah.
it's a concentration spell. So again, more metagaming since we're all learning here.
Yeah.
You can drop it at any time.
Well,
So you can maybe let them go with their turns, and then when Clyde's turn comes around, you can, as a free action, or as a reaction, you can let it go.
I'm gonna move up, so for my next turn, I can try to help him up.
Okay.
So I'll get on him to try to draw some fire here.
All right, Tassels, your turn.
Okay. It's time for the ugly stick. I'm a physical wizard again. I will continue to say it. All right.
No spells. No spells.
No spell wizard. Ugly stick to the face of this young man here.
Which guy? I'm sorry. Can you tag him one?
That's
one
a
more time for me?
natural one.
Oh yikes! Okay, it's the first time you've used it, right?
It's the
And you
first-
blasted me. You broke me ugly stick.
You
This
bring
is the guy that Tarkus tried to save you from, and then you broke
No
the ugly stick
spells.
on him.
you
There's no way you're not getting made
That
fun
is
of for this.
amazing.
you bring the ugly stick down, and it hits
I've smudged my glasses.
the marsh with such a force that it just evaporates into little glittery pieces of magical dust.
Oh my god. Oh
It's
my
just
god.
it is just no more. It ceases to
Bless.
be.
Okay. Okay.
Would you like to take a movement?
I would like to run away.
Yeah, where we run into?
I'm gonna head. It looks like 5, 10, 15, 20.
You're running backwards. Okay,
Yeah.
you are going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
That's fine.
All right. So we're going to have these 2 zombies roll to hit. One of them hits, one of them doesn't.
Okay.
You'll take 7 damage from this guy as he just body checks you as you move through. But go ahead and move yourself to where you wanted to go.
Oh,
I tried to save you, you soft ass. I tried to help you.
I know.
You sure did. It was commendable. But this physical wizard,
as
moves in one
I
direction.
run by the crew, and this wizard just sort of like catches me with his shoulder on his way by and headbutts me in the face. I just start saying, I have to think about some things.
If
Your, like,
you don't
nose
put
is
out an
bleeding.
album called Physical Wizard, I'm
Don't
Yeah.
worry about that.
We're already-
Coming. 12 albums in this year. All right. How many of them are going to be Physical Wizard? It's like Ultima, Physical Wizard 1, Physical Wizard 2, The Gift of Death, Physical Wizard 3, Physical Wizard 4. It's actually a series I'm working on, and I might need Jakethehawk's help.
no. Tarkus is gonna come play is gonna come play banjo and lap. Actually,
Yes.
Tarkus plays lap steel.
Of course
weirdly.
he does. Yes,
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
he does. He's
the-
really particular about his finger picks too. They got to be right on.
these zombies are gonna move up.
That's amazing.
So 2 of them are going to attack you, Tarkus. 3 of this guys can't move, but he can turn, and he's going to attack you. We got 3 attacks coming on Tarkus.
Ooh.
What's your AC there, bud?
Oh, hang on.
Should be towards the top middle of the page.
No, I just had to pull it up. 18.
Yeah.
Whoa.
None of them hit you. All
Yes,
3 of them
sir.
just come in towards you. You pull out
Nice.
your beautiful round shield. Everybody who kind of like stops as like what little sunlight there is reflects off of this beautiful wooden and steel banded shield. You see that there's an inscription in this beautiful flowy language towards the top of the shield that none of you can understand, but it looks so fucking rad. I'm just throwing it out there. Objectively, it looks awesome. And he just stops every attack and is able to defend Tassels and defends against 3 separate zombie attacks. Clyde, you're up.
Nice.
So Clyde, you can roll to get out of this.
There's a lot of things you can do here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get out of this thing. Right?
Roll a strength check.
Do I still have advantage?
With
on that?
advantage, yes.
With advantage, this will be your action if you choose to do this.
Oh, really? Okay. So,
Yeah.
or I could stay in place and just attack one of these Terrys.
Yeah,
Um,
you will roll with disadvantage if you attack with your bow.
Now, if I use my action and break out of this thing with a strength check,
Mhm.
do I still get the 25 feet move action that I have
Yes.
as a gnome?
Yes.
That difficult terrain doesn't like slow me down or stop me from taking that full 25 feet.
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see if I can get a little space between myself and these fellers. Wow, just not rolling well to get out of this thing.
It's a 9
It's a
plus
13.
4, right?
Yeah.
Does a 13 succeed?
It's got to be a 14.
Oy, okay, well,
It's just the absolute worst. You've really fucked me here, Zach. But
I thought
hold
you
on one
had it.
second here. One
All right.
second here. High or low there, Tommy?
oh, you don't gotta do any favors for me. I'm
No,
never being
this is a
tangled in
GM
this
thing. Don't worry about it. High or low.
Okay, always high.
Okay. The zombies are gonna go now. There are 2 on you here, Clyde, that are gonna take attacks on you.
All right, let's go.
What's your AC?
16.
Okay, they both miss. You're able to fend them off in place. Then these two, this one moves here. This one moves here.
He can't
Clyde.
move.
Oh, that's right. He definitely can't. He's gonna take his strength action to try and break out. He rolls in 20. So he'll move here,
no.
but he's out, but he's not going to be able to attack. But this one guy here will attack you, Vivian.
Get at me.
He's going to hit you. It's a 7, another 7, as he just like runs into you and just kind of slams into your side here.
Dang.
Tarkus, you've defended 3 pretty grueling zombie attacks. It's your turn to strike back.
I get a full turn here, or just
Mhm.
okay. Honestly, I want to. I think I'm going to swang at this guy. Hang on, that guy.
The guy who's behind you? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a swang at that guy.
That's the first guy you hit, right?
Yeah,
He's also
yeah.
restrained, right?
He sure is, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we totally, man, just rolling this thunder today. If
Well, I got good news for you, man. I mean, these guys are really easy to hit. So you still managed to, with a 13, 7 plus your 6 attack bonus,
so
13
swinging damage.
definitely hits. Yeah, go ahead and roll some damage. Oh, baby,
Ooh.
max damage.
8 plus 6.
That's what I like to see. This guy's going to roll a constitution save. He fails, so he dies. You just put another one back into the water where they came from.
Yeah, and just to be clear, this guy right here is a zombie.
That is also a zombie, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I would like to, for my move, I would like to take whatever it is, the disengage. I want to disengage back this way.
Yeah.
Towards Jimbo here, because I'm worried about him. So I want to just disengage back there that way and just kind of stay defensive and just be in a good spot. And I think that's my play.
Cool. You take a 5-foot step. That's totally fine. You do not incur any attacks of opportunity. That takes us back to the top. Vivian, it's your turn.
Things are not going the way I thought they would. I break concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thanks. Now I can do stuff.
Cheers.
That's lit. That's
I'll
lit, dude.
I'll call that an oops.
Yo, Notchki, I see you. I know about attacks of opportunity. Don't you worry about me.
He's slick though, Clyde
You don't gotta
Clyde
worry- you
can
don't gotta worry
slide
about me.
wherever he wants to. I should probably just swing around and shillelagh this guy.
Well, I call him Clyde Wonderslice.
Hey. Get you one.
The shillelagh.
Oh, yes. That's certainly going to hit.
22. A D8.
22
they
is good.
say. I'm going to shillelagh him for 6.
Which guy are we hitting?
The one that was restrained here.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to deal how much damage?
6 damage.
Okay, you crack him. He doesn't slow down, but you, again, every time you guys junk into these guys, you are taking, sloughed skin off. These things are gross, bloated bags of flesh. They're
Y'all
disgusting.
nasty.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Are you insulting my accent there? Like, you don't need to do that.
Is that it for your turn, Viv?
Yeah, that's all I got this one. I really
Tassels.
screwed the pooch last time, so.
Tassels, you're back, baby.
I've thought about some things.
What have you thought about?
It's
What are
time
you
to
gonna
cast magic missile.
I can't miss with this one.
I actually just snorted.
This is my friend Tarkus, right?
That is your friend Tarkus.
This is a zombie though.
That's a bad boy. You
and
got it.
And this guy?
That's
That's
me.
Vivian.
Okay, this one.
That's a bad boy.
He's a bad
And this
boy.
one. Okay. So
Bad
here we
boy.
go. Number 1 is right here.
Mhm.
Number 2 is right here. Number 3 is right here.
Splitting it up. Okay. Roll your 3d4. Oh, baby.
That's a 3 and a 4 and a 4,
Wow.
and they're all plus 1.
Oh,
Okay.
wowee.
So 3 to the first guy.
So 4 to the first guy, 5
sorry.
and 5.
4 to the first guy.
That's big time, dude.
Dude.
That was a monstrous magic missile.
You know, physical wizard most of the time.
Dude, you tried the physical wizard once. You rolled a natural 1 and broke your shit. I'm just calling it like I sees it, you know.
We all saw it. Roll the tape. All right. I'll sign the slip.
I'll sign the slip, dude.
I know I'm good. Are you
Yeah.
good?
I'm trying.
Trying to live a good, clean life out here. That brings us to some
Staying
zombies.
strapped.
This one's coming up. Gonna attack Tarkus. He misses. This one's coming up. Also
Damn
gonna
right he
attack
does.
Tarkus.
Wow.
He misses. Yeah, you're just fending him off with that shield. You guys see Tarkus. This guy looks like he's lived with a shield his whole life. It's an extension of him. He is just throwing it all every which way. He hasn't been touched yet. Clyde, you are no longer restrained. What would you like to do?
Thank Christ. I know I'll take all these attack of opportunities, but part of me just wants to move just to feel alive again. You know. Here's what I'm gonna actually do though. These are all bad guys, right? These 3 right there and right here. All the ones in front of Tarkus there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like lined up there. Yeah.
Well, that's just too perfect an opportunity to use my count 'em second spell slot of the day. I'm using Hail of Thorns again,
Get him.
and I'm gonna shoot
If it
at
ain't
him
broke.
with my arrow, and I'm just gonna stand here because I've grown comfortable just standing here.
You are Which one are you shooting at? The guy in the middle?
Shoot him, Jacob.
Terry, right here. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Do I
would
have
say
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
stand here
Yeah,
for
I will
that hail
say
of
that you can do
thorns.
that. I will also say that because you are surrounded, you won't
Uh-huh.
have to roll with disadvantage, but you will provoke 1 attack of opportunity.
For what reason?
Because usually when you're like stuck like this, you have to like draw back and you have to like get into a stance with your bow. Well,
Okay, I'll
you're
just do
small
that.
size, right?
Yeah, but I mean, listen, I'm happy to, if we're gonna play by these rules, I'm happy to play by those rules. So if I'm like if I don't have a clear shot, I'll move and take the attacks of opportunity. But it feels weird to be like just taking an attack of opportunity, like just cause, you know what I mean? So
Well,
like, I'm
he's,
happy to be
he's
like,
pulling back in his bow. I mean, that makes sense to me. Not to argue against
Yeah,
it.
no,
Mhm.
my thing right now is that you're surrounded
mhm.
and you're turning your back on 3 things that are now
But
all
I'm
focusing
not-
their energy
but I'm
on
not
you.
leaving their attack space. So
Mhm.
that's where I would argue is like, does it matter where I'm facing if I'm not leaving their space?
I think he's saying yes.
Yeah.
Okay, curious.
Dungeons.
Well,
and
it seems to
rule
be
books.
like if you're doing like a ranged attack to somewhere
Mhm.
else, like that leaves you open. As someone that's never played this game before, that makes sense to me.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think we've ever played like that.
That's
The only
we've
thing.
never played like
We've
that
never
before,
played,
which is
no.
the only reason why I'm calling
Yeah.
it up. But I'm also happy to just roll with that if that's the way it's gonna be.
No, look, I thought that as long as your squares were threatened, that you would be attacking with disadvantage. So I was actually trying to do you a favor. But as it stands, your target isn't actually within 5 feet of you, so you do not roll with disadvantage and you do not invoke an AOO.
That's kind of what I thought.
I
I'm
wanted
not
to double
moving
check
from
on
the
that.
space.
Yeah.
And I'm not like.
I
too
thought that if you were
close.
threatened and you were taking a long range attack, you attacked with disadvantage. So I was kind of trying to like split the
Mhm.
difference a little bit, because your target wasn't. But as it stands, it doesn't look like it. I think you're good. Just go ahead and take your attack on this gentleman here.
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's exactly how it's going down.
I like what Notchkey said: is just do a twirl shot.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
He's
We'll
just
call it-
twirling.
360 no scope, bro.
God, this is just the
It's
worst
natural.
battle that's ever happened.
Can you just scream headshot while you do it? Can you scream boom headshot? And that's a natty one. So
I appreciate the
cool
commentary.
times.
The
John.
worst
It's great.
the worst part is that if like a natural one wasn't a critical failure, 1 plus your attack bonus would still hit these guys.
Yeah. This is just the absolute worst. So yeah,
I'm
we'll
sorry,
we'll just pass it on. And
Yeah,
that's
you
great.
you take a quick shot, but everyone's around you.
Mhm.
You're like looking for an opening, and rather than Vivian or something like that, you just kind of shoot your shot off a little bit in order to not hit your friends. After Clyde, the A team goes. These zombies are going to attack you, Clyde. 2 of them.
Cool.
16 for one of them. So one of them hits
Nice.
for 3 damage. The other one misses. They're just like those weird like fish in SpongeBob that just like run into like the glass door. They're just like running into you and just bumping up against you and making weird noises.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. That's all I'm saying.
These 2 back here are going to attack you, Vivian.
How much damage did I just take? Did you say
3 damage total.
3 total?
Yep. One of them will hit you, the other will not. You'll take 2 damage as this guy kind of just bumps into you. Just a light bump and grind at this point. Tarkus, you're back up.
A bump and grind.
Both.
All right.
Both.
Both. Well, I'm thinking as much as Homeboy is a physical wizard, still if I take a step right here, am I going to take an attack of opportunity? I think I'll take an attack of opportunity from this guy, right?
If you're just taking a 5-foot step to
If I step-
disengage, you will not take any AOs. Like if you're stepping in front of Tassels, you can take your 5-foot
Okay,
step
cool,
and
cool.
still take your action, and you won't take any attacks of opportunity.
All right. Okay, cool. I'm going to take my step there.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take a big old schwang on this guy right here.
Excellent. Go ahead and take a swing at him.
Yeah.
Rolling a 14 plus some stuff.
Plus 6.
That's a dirty 20 if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
That's a 20 is a 20 is a 20, baby.
That's right. Go ahead and roll some damage there, Tarkus. Let's see how much damage you deal to this guy. Oh my god,
Boom,
max
that's a-
damage once more.
That's a natty 8. So
Nice.
8 plus 6. What's going on?
14 damage. So he's
Wow.
actually going to roll a Constitution saving throw. He succeeds. So you hit this guy. You cut off his arm, and he looks like he's about to go down, and then he swerves back up and just.
Well, the next time he tries to swing on me, I would like to remind him that he is down in arms, sir.
He sure is. He sure is.
He understands common and says, I guess so.
Oh no, I don't just speak common. I say that to him in every language I know, and I say some other. And I also tell him some your mama jokes in undercommon. I don't know. And
Viv,
that's my turn, I guess.
yeah, that's movement and action, so we're good. Let's go back up to Viv.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see how the old. I'm just.
Scott Oakland, very nice with that comment.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt. Yeah, I'll hurt Clyde if I try any of this shit. So I don't know.
You've hurt me enough.
Okay. All right.
Look, you've upset him,
Y'all are hurting each other. I'm just
and he has every reason to be upset.
I'm just trying to protect the professor back here.
Yeah, somebody's got to.
Tom's got Zach trying to fuck him. I'm trying to fuck. Everybody's trying. I'm so sorry, Tom.
Can't get a break.
Get this guy a goddamn unsweet iced tea.
Yeah.
Something to cool me down, you know.
He deserves one. Damn, yeah.
Okay, let me chalet this gentleman one more time. The chalet Lee. Here it is. I tell you, it is going to be an 11.
That hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
All right. I'm gonna hit him for 7.
He's gonna roll a Constitution saving throw. He fails. You kill him. You crack this guy. You cave his skull in. He just plops into the mud, to the muck.
Then I would like to
Yeah.
resituate myself. I'll take my movement here. Trying to figure out the best way to do that. I'll take the attack of opportunity from this guy.
This Chach, yeah.
Yeah, to swing around here.
I'm actually going to say because he's missing an arm from Tarkus's disarming.
He's missing an arm. So.
He's not going to be able to attack you. You get out
so,
scot-free.
So if I go 5, 10, 15 on the diagonal, 20. No, I can just go there. Yeah, I only have 25 as a dwarf, so I'll hang up there. That's cool.
Tassels.
Okay.
Did you just admit to being a dwarf?
Excuse me?
Oh no, I didn't hear. No, that was some.
Excuse
like,
me?
weird, that was some weird radio interference. I didn't catch that.
I am going to cast Magic Missile. my
Wow.
friends.
Wow.
You know,
Line them up. They're
Roll-
right here.
yeah.
Line them up.
1, 2, 3, right?
Get after it.
Yeah. Roll
Get
some
'em.
damage.
Ooh.
Not so hot this time. So that's a 2, a 3, and a 2.
So the one on the who's closest to you, right in front of Tarkus, is actually going to roll another Constitution saving throw. He fails. You kill him outright. Your force missile, which is shaped like a knife, right?
Yeah.
It hits him in the center of his chest, and he just like caves in, and he just falls into the drink. These other two take what, 3 and 2.
Yeah.
That leads us to this B squad here. This guy's stepping up. This other guy's stepping up. They're both just going to keep attacking you, Tarkus. They want your flesh.
They want to slice.
They actually both hit. There's a 20 and a 22 to hit.
Wow.
So for the first time, these guys are going to
Finally.
get hands on you.
Finally.
And they roll max damage. You take 14 damage as they both just slam into you. For the first, like, you just you watch one of them go down, and you let your guard down for just a second, and they just both crashed into you like a wave of bodies, flailing their dang limbs around. Clyde,
They're dang limbs.
they're dang limbs.
Dang
Clyde,
limbs.
You have I do have the bear
All right,
totem.
I'm gonna go
active.
ahead and attack this Terry right here.
you sure do.
Same style, same thing. That spell is still in effect. Lasts for a minute until I hit a target, basically.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So there we go.
Sir.
Okay, sweet.
So we're hitting this guy here.
Yep.
Roll some damage on your first shot.
Nice. First shot is going to be nice. There are some good rolls. That's what I'm talking about. That's 12 damage right there.
Okay, so you hit him, and you put your arrow through his skull, and he looks like he's about to fall over dead, and he just kind of picks himself back up a little bit.
I don't have a skull.
But go ahead and roll your damage with Hail of Thorns.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
6 damage.
The first one will succeed, but also is at 1. So he's going to roll a Constitution saving throw. Fails, you kill him.
Nice.
So you kill the guy you hit with the arrow. And then the second guy's got to roll a Constitution saving throw as well. He succeeds. So you see him get wrapped up in thorns, and he looks again like he's about to go down. And then for some reason, he just like gets back up. And that brings us to the A zombies here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All 3 of them are.
That's
gonna...
me.
It sure is.
Don't touch me.
You do have sort of like the color palette
Yeah.
of a swamp zombie.
Hey.
Your nameplate was hidden. I'm so sorry. He's gonna actually turn and attack you there.
I'm
Vivian.
a real boy.
He's gonna hit you. He's gonna do
You're a
6
wizard, Harry.
6 damage as he slams into you.
Ah.
And then Clyde, you're gonna get attacked one more time.
Bring it.
He misses completely.
Nice.
Look at that. That's nice.
Tarkus. You've got
What?
one zombie here in front of you, and then there are 2 more up here.
Well, just full disclosure, I can swing diagonally, right, or no?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna swing on this boy first,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So I'm just gonna swing on that guy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you got him.
24 super hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Big boys, 6. I'll
Oh,
take
yeah.
it. I'll take it.
You are maxing damage out tonight, dude. Oh.
You smack this guy, and you straight up cleave into his shoulder with your axe, and it cuts all the way down into his sternum. And he looks like he's about to go down, and he just stays standing.
Can Tarkus in that moment scream bullshit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can do whatever you want. You think that was a killing blow. It felt like a killing blow, and this thing is still standing.
That rolled like a killing blow.
Viv.
Yeah. So can I cast Thunderwave without hitting Clyde from this position? Or
Yes.
do I need to move over just one space?
Leave me
No, you can do
alone. Vivian.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
All right, so they have to roll a con save. And they've got to beat a 14.
They both do.
They both do it?
They both do.
Come on, man.
Do they take damage?
They still do. They'll take half. So I'm going to roll 2d8. And they'll take 3 damage each. That's embarrassing. I'm super embarrassed.
Tassels.
Okay.
Finish this guy off, dude.
Let me just check my numbers here. Okay.
You're a physical wizard. Run up and punch him.
Smash.
This guy here?
He does look like a punch would do it.
Okay.
Run up and slug him. I don't know what you're packing weapon wise, but
Oh yeah. As I move these 5 feet, my other staff broke, but I have my quarterstaff. I imagine that it's not that hard to
you're a physical
now
wizard,
have,
Harry.
to now have it in my hands.
As a bonus
correct?
action, you can arm yourself with another weapon you have on.
Great. Well,
Yeah.
in one motion, I'm going to pull it off of my back and come into a strike.
Go ahead and roll to hit. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's plus 5.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll some damage on this guy.
Plus my strength.
Yeah.
On that, so plus 3. 8.
You crunch into this guy and you break his neck, and his head goes back onto his back, but he's still standing.
God damn it.
From across the pond, Tarkus yells, "Bullshit!"
This one zombie is gonna attack you, Tassels, because you just hit it. It misses completely.
Sick.
It can't see you, so how would it? Viv,
That really works.
Nope, sorry, Viv already went. Clyde, it's your turn.
Nice. Let's see. I think I'm going to disengage. Can I do that?
Yes,
By
you
moving
can.
just to here?
Yep.
And then shooting Skipper right here.
Go for it. Roll
Cool.
to hit.
Nice. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Now you're doing it.
Now we're doing it.
Roll some
Ayo.
damage.
Rude.
Rude. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Big
It's gonna
time.
be 12 damage.
Okay, this guy's gonna roll a Constitution saving throw, and he fails. You kill him. He's super dead.
That's big time.
Yeah. You just where are you hitting him with the arrow?
Man, just hit him in the brain. He's a zombie. That's the place to go.
Through the eye hole, lights out. He's dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
One left here. He's gonna keep attacking you, Vivian.
Yeah, checks out.
He attacks. He hits.
You sure?
He's gonna deal 7 damage.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. These guys are. Some of them are rolling pretty well.
I am hurt. I hurt myself today.
Tarkus. There are 2 zombies left. The one in front of you and the one in front of Vivian.
Could you mark them, please? Just so I'm clear, because some of the pieces are... Okay, heard.
Don't
All right,
mind
well,
the bear. He's cool.
No, I know. No.
The bear's with me.
He's cool, dude.
Here. Oh, man, here comes a frog. He's cool. Maybe he will settle near me. Then I could put him in a mayonnaise jar with a stick and a leaf. Sorry.
New friend.
This is my new friend.
His name is Clark Gable.
I'm gonna swing on this guy.
All right, go ahead and take your attack.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna poke holes in the lid because he's sure as fuck used to air.
Go ahead and
I
roll
think I hit
damage.
I think I hit him.
Yeah,
with
you
that.
super hit him.
Oh, I hit the hell out of him. I smacked the hell out of him with that too.
So that's what, 12 damage there?
Yeah.
How do you kill him?
Again, like I'm not trying to be nice or fancy. I just bring, like, with these guys, like I'm cutting limbs off. This one I came straight down on the head. I'm splitting him right down the middle.
Yeah, you take the axe all the way through. You cut him straight in half, and he's super dead.
Like a
Vivian.
nice 2x4 when you're making cabinets.
And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna switch weapons to my whip, and then I'm gonna move. I assume the water's like rough terrain.
You can move in it. It's only up to your knees, so you can move pretty quickly through it.
And then so if I were to go here, would I be able to smack that guy?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move here, just so that I'm. Oh, come on, move him. Grab. I'm trying to move here. I'm telling you that I'm moving here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Nope. That's not what I said. Can I hit him from there?
So this is Clyde.
No, I want to hit
Bad boy.
theoretically.
Yeah.
5, 15. I think that's a little out of your range.
But I can get what 5, 10.
If you go like here, you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's where I'm going. I get the whip ready to go, just in case that's where I'm going. That's my turn.
Great, Vivian.
I've been hit a couple times now. I've hurt
Yeah.
myself today, and I feel a primal rage boiling from below.
Something you rarely feel.
I don't feel good, and I'm real mad. But I remember there's a bear. There's a bear named Newton, and he's blessing me with the gift of strength.
Because there's a horse inside you.
So that's true. I am going to move to grapple this guy.
Yeah.
Straight up. I'm going to restrain him. And I have advantage on those sorts of things.
Okay, go ahead and roll just a straight up athletics or acrobatics with advantage.
Yes, sir. Can he beat a 15?
Nope.
I'm
you've
caressing
got this.
a zombie.
It is disgusting. His flesh is just like all over you.
Oh.
It's just like coming off. This thing is slimy. You're like cut. It's the most like roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
He's got him right here, right? He's in the square.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able, as he grabs him, am I able to react to that by hitting the zombie with my whip? Because I'm imagining he's like suplexing him. Then can I fucking whip him?
It'll still be turn-based.
Not quite yet.
But we'll get there. But a natural 20 will certainly stay my stomach. I will say.
Yeah, you are capable of just pushing it down. You don't throw up. You feel okay.
But I will spit in his face as I grapple him.
Yeah, you spit the like little bit of bile that comes up into his face. Tassles, you're up. Oh, I'm sorry I've done this. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Okay. God
I'm
bless.
sorry.
I'm going to head.
You say this like you're heading off for a vacation.
I'm gonna head out.
I'm gonna head out.
Listen, I will see you guys later. But actually,
You ivory tower son of a bitch.
if I go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, I can actually make all the way around here.
You can, yeah, you definitely can, and you will attack with advantage.
And it's time to get physical with this wizard. And it's quarterstaff time, straight to the back of the head.
Show me an attack roll with advantage.
That's a 17 plus 6.
That certainly
Love
hits.
that. Okay.
Take him down.
And this is plus 3.
Oh,
Sweep the
Wow.
leg.
Wow.
You crack him, his skull pops open. I don't even want to get into it, but there is some gross
messy.
liquid. Just like a
It's a
black
mess.
viscous
I am
liquid
bathing
coming out of there.
in his fluids. Ah.
With a natural 20, I won't make you roll again. You're steel stomached, but Tassels, you're feeling a little ill.
Yeah.
Clyde,
So who's
is
left?
your
So
turn.
it's these two.
just this
here?
one zombie
This
here. Yeah,
poor
just this one
zombie.
guy left.
Is that one?
I'm wrestling him.
Do you actually have a grip on him right now?
Oh, big time. He is
Okay.
within my palm.
Well, then I'm gonna call a shot. I'm gonna try to hit him in the brain.
Oh.
I gotta avoid my friend, and I gotta put him down once and for all.
Don't miss.
I'll do my best not to. James,
miss
what
him
happens with called
accidentally hit
shots?
Tassels.
Do called shots have any bearing in 5e?
Yeah, it's just it adds like an extra amount to their AC, but you
Okay.
get to roll with advantage. So
Oh,
where are you
sick.
trying to hit him?
I'm trying to hit him in the brain, dude.
Go
I'm
ahead and
trying to,
roll.
oh yeah.
Yeah, roll and we'll roll with advantage.
Okay, that's gonna be an 18.
That hits.
Nice.
It just hits because it adds like. But go ahead and roll some damage on there. It's going to deal extra damage to him.
Okay, that's 6 damage total.
Okie dokie. He's going to roll a Constitution saving throw. He does not succeed. You put the arrow through the back of his head. It explodes the rest of the way from Tassel's crack. Tassels and Vivian are now showered in brains. Tassels, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Not super hot. It's plus 3, so 11.
Yeah, you barf, bud.
Is
I'm so
8
sorry.
I
plus
take
3,
I
11?
take my hands and I smear them on my face and I scream to the sky.
It's the first time you've heard
Tark-
such a sound from Vivian. It's
Tarkus
very
is-
uncharacteristic.
Tarkus is screaming, but he's mostly just laughing at Tassels. Tarkus doesn't know if he could handle being in the same situation, but until he is not,
One
he
sec-
will laugh at
One
Tassels.
second. Oh boy.
James messed himself.
I want to say this Tarkus Tassels dynamic is my favorite part of this whole game.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Are you okay, James?
Jim.
Oh, he's still
Oh,
okay.
Jim, he was.
All right.
Jim.
I'm so sorry. It's the danger of playing games with funny people. I spit water all over my keyboard. It's untenable.
I would like to point out that Tarkus saved Tassel's life multiple times during this battle. And regardless of any kind of magic missiles or any kind of book learning he did.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
All right,
was-
you guys are out of combat,
Ah.
but you're going to stay in turn order. What do you do next? I believe that brings us to Tarkus's turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna consolidate. I'm just gonna, for movement's sake or whatever. I'm getting up onto the bridge. Gonna recover myself, clean myself off. I'm gonna, make sure my boys are okay. And I've taken some damage. I'm down to 16 out of my total 23, but I'd like to ask everybody else, if anybody needs a potion more than I do, like I'm not like dying for one. So I just want to, make sure everybody else is doing okay and that kind of thing. Just consolidate.
Cool. So Tarkus is checking in with everybody. Vivian, it's your turn.
I turn in bloodlust and zombie guts spread across my frame, glaring at the tree, and I produce flame and launch a fireball at it.
Yes, bro.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the tree. Tarkus forgot about the tree.
Not John.
15.
Tarkus.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
3 fire damage.
So it's a tree. The fire damage actually deals a lot more. You hit it with a tree and it glows with this like dark purple energy, and you hear like in your head, just you, Vivian, you hear like this screaming. Yeah, this like awful shrieking of this like unnatural creature. And the tree completely burns up.
I yell, Murdoch!
And after you do, you look around and you're no longer, and I'll just to, bring us over here. You're no longer in like on a wooden bridge. The huts are gone. You're just in the middle of the bog. The fog's gone. You guys are just like in the middle of the bog on a beautiful spring day.
What?
And it's daytime now.
It's
Okay.
daytime. It's
I
like
told you. I told y'all. There's nothing. I told you.
it's midday. You guys are like looking around. There are no zombie bodies anywhere. You're not covered in guts, Vivian. Like
But I'm
you
still
definitely did throw
screaming,
up, Tassels.
Murdoch.
You're a liar.
No, you guys are just like completely clean and everything is normal. Your
Except for
horses
me.
are there. There's a pile of vomit.
Wait.
sorry to say.
Where's the bird? Is the bird still here?
The bird was on the hut, and as soon as it disappears, he just goes, "Oh God!"
The bird never
Lyle.
existed.
The bird's still there.
Lyle, did you see that?
What is happening?
Oh, so you're real too. I'm glad.
Sweet mercy,
I was-
holy macaroni!
Yeah, hoping to get away from the fish.
All right, get over here, Sturgill. I'm immediately calling my horse to me and patting my horse and just like having some horse time.
Just some horse time.
Just some horse time.
Hey, I've known my horse a lot longer than I've known y'all, so
Yeah, you guys have solved the bog puzzle.
That was
We
That
solved your
wasn't- that
zombie
wasn't-
puzzle.
that wasn't much of a puzzle. It was more of a
It was more of a straight line.
Just a
I
little
guess-
adventure zone.
I guess we
I
could have
mean-
I guess we could have just thrown a fireball at the tree from the
Yeah.
beginning.
I thought there was a puzzle because it's like we were fighting bad guys, but like my allies kept attacking me.
Yeah.
Very
Like,
puzzling situation. A very
like, so
puzzling.
they're
Very
in
puzzling, very
Slide the
puzzling.
puzzle.
Yeah.
You're able to escape the bog in one piece. The rest of your travels aren't nearly as harrowing. As you guys continue on, the peaks of the Emerstead Mountains grow larger as you near your destination. Soon, you see the stone walls and towers of Garrett's Gate on the horizon. You guys are like out of the bog. The rest of your travels are unhindered. Like Tarkus knows exactly where he's going. He leads you guys with great, clarity. But on your approach, you see something strange. A huge camp has been set up outside of the city. Hundreds of Dwarven men, women, and children seem to be living in makeshift dwellings, a shanty town in the shadow of the gate. You move up a little closer, and Tarkus, you see two Dwarven women in concerned conversation. You recognize them by their cloaks as priests of the Church of Moradin, god of the dwarves.
Well, I'm gonna approach and be hey y'all, what's all this then?
Oh, yes, son of Moradin. Thank you for asking. It's been a tough couple of weeks here. A month or so ago, Count Ordenstone, the ruler of Garrett's Gate, passed away suddenly before we were even able to lay him to rest, a duke sent by the king swept in to take his place as the ruler of Garrett's Gate. He brought an army with him. Overnight, he implemented this steep tax, and anyone who wasn't able to pay it has been evicted from the city by his new guards. We've been doing our best to keep people safe and fed out here, but we're not sure how long we can keep it up. Someone needs to figure this out.
It sounds like somebody's trying to tread on you right now.
It's a bad situation. We'll say that and speak
Amen,
no
brother.
further.
Well,
Amen, brother.
well, I'll tell you what. I'm my heart breaks for my people, but we seek and wares. What is the nature of the economy here? I'm really trying to inquire, looking for goods and services, and mostly goods and not services.
Well, right now, I mean, most of the workers were paid, what they needed to survive. Certainly not enough for this new tax that's just come out. Most of our communities have been evicted, and their homes and abodes taken by this new army that the Duke brought in. I mean, someone should talk to him and see if they can talk sense to him, because our people are starving out here.
Well, this sounds like the beginning of like a solid movie that I've seen, and I'm gonna stop doing the accent. But here's my idea, guys. It seems like we got like a solid spy movie situation. We got a hostile occupied city. There's probably some goods on the inside. Is anybody in our party? Maybe we could split up. Do we have anybody who's good at sneaking? Could maybe sneak in and try and steal some shit?
Now that I have this new armor, my sneaking abilities seem to have improved tenfold.
Because I'm thinking like me and Chief over here, who I saved his life like 1,000 times in that bog that was real. We could hang out here, maybe do some services, or just do whatever we can to ingratiate ourselves to the local populace. Well, maybe you and Vivian could maybe do like kind of a stealth mission.
Ooh.
I'm open to that, Tarkus, but let me suggest maybe that if we were to just go and have a few words with this Duke and figure out what the whole deal is. I mean, your priestess seems to think that if we just spoke it, kind of tried to talk it out, we could get to the root of what's going on.
Yeah,
here.
Tarkus, this is your hometown, and you'd rather just steal the materials and head back to camp rather than help?
No. It's not. Obviously, somebody tread on us. Obviously, somebody came and kicked my people out and occupied us with an army. Like, from my
Here's the thing,
perspective, this
Tarkus.
is garbage.
If this was like a hostile takeover, and if we can't find out reasonably what's going on here, then you better believe we're going to retaliate and make sure that the common folk get what they need. I'm happy to take down these power structures that are, as you say, treading on the common folk.
I just love the idea of a stealth mission, but obviously we'll do reconnaissance first.
I think there's going to be that time and place for the stealth mission, and I'm on board for it. But maybe we go have a couple words and kind of see what's going on in this town.
No, recon's important.
Yeah, I think we had if we need anybody to rouse the general public, I know a certain half orc that knows how to speak a few words.
There's rabble. What needs rousing?
No, I think yeah. The obvious idea is you guys sneak in, and then me and him just rabble the rousers, and then we meet in the middle.
Now, what if we just walked in?
Yeah.
What if we just walked in the front gate?
Let's just walk in and have a chat, right?
Just like that bridge before.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, even if we had a diversionary strategy, if it's a hostile takeover, they don't know the layout so well. I think we could do a little better.
It may come to that. These people weren't driven out, though, James, right? They said that they were driven out because they couldn't afford
They were
the
priced
taxes.
out.
They were not physically removed by the army.
They were
eventually physically removed. Like, they were evicted forcibly.
Yeah, but
when they couldn't pay their taxes,
Yeah.
their new taxes, they were removed. Yeah.
But it's not like a
Let's-
barbarian horde came in and killed every innocent. It's
That's right.
And-
No
and
one's
could
been
talk
no.
our way- we could talk
no,
our
it wasn't
way out
like
of
no,
this.
it was like a political kind of.
Yeah.
It
Let's
doesn't
walk
seem
in.
like anybody's died. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. Why,
Except
why
for
don't
maybe
we
the
go in
count.
and try to talk our way out of this thing first, and then make a plan B if we need to after that.
We'll talk, but we're always ready to send you guys in to do Tarkus's dirty work because he is not sneaky.
Clyde
A-okay.
wanders in.
So you guys get to the front gate, and there are two soldiers at the front gate, and one of them says, "State your business, visitors. State your business."
Well, my business is getting inside your beautiful town here, and I'd like to speak to your duke. How's that suit you?
If you're here for tourism, you must give us your names. We'll sign you in. You can
We
stay a few
ain't here
days.
for dang tourism. I live here.
Well, if you live here, you'll pay the tax. It's
Wow.
1,000. It's 1,000 gold pieces per year.
I think we should talk to the Duke before we pay anything.
But if you're visiting, you may visit for free. If you're here to see the Duke, you must sign in, and we will
Oh,
take your
yeah.
names.
No, I'd love
Okay.
to sign in. Where can
Yeah,
I
let's sign
sign
in.
for you?
The guy produces a quill and
Mhm.
pulls out like a little piece of parchment. He says, "All right, and your names."
My name is Furman Doug Wallace.
Furman Doug Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And you, sir? He
I'm,
looks at you, Tassels.
Can I just write it down?
Furman Doug Wallace. Yeah, just tell me what your name is, sir.
Can I write it down?
Nope, you got to tell me, and I'll write it down for you. Tell me what your name is.
Terry.
And your last name.
Harold.
All right, you, sir. He looks at you, Viv.
Chip
Last name?
Cornwallis.
Doug Wallace and Corn.
Ah, you must be cousins of the Wallace clan.
Please don't assume anything about me or my cousin over here.
Finally, you, sir, who seems to have lived here at one point.
My name's Bale.
Last name?
Has no taste.
Has no taste. Very good. Well, the four of you, I hope you enjoy your stay. There's one inn that you may stay in down the street, and when your time has expired, we will come to gather you and take you to the gates.
Oh man, that's the best. You know, I love being gathered up by like a stranger.
when is that
Sometimes I
exactly?
feel a little confused about where I'm
Move
at.
along now. Move along now.
Well,
Tar-
no, I mean, I just
Tarkus-
really wanted to get into the particulars of being gathered. Okay.
Tarkus farts loudly as he walks past.
The two soldiers are very stoic. They stay stoic the whole time,
Dang right,
even
boys.
post fart.
Dang right, boys.
So you guys enter the city, and you see looming above a lot of the other buildings is a large stone keep, where there's like the king's sigil is there. So you assume that's where you can find the Duke.
Mhm.
There are
That's
very
it,
few
just-
people about. Most of them are all soldiers dressed the same way as the two guys at the gate, kind of moving to and fro.
And they
you
aren't
see-
dwarves. These are
No, they're like
outsiders.
humans and like they're like a few dwarves. You see some people who look like locals
Cis
they-
men.
dressed in very nice clothing. You can tell that they could afford to pay the tax.
Could I roll a perception to look for like a captain or like some sort of authority figure within the soldiers' ranks?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Well, that ain't gonna do it, James. That's just not gonna do. That's a 6 total.
There are so many people, and you don't know where to begin looking for like what their authority might be.
Could I
what their
then
ranks
just
might be.
pick the nearest soldier and I'll assume that he's an authority figure?
Yeah, there are two guys that are just like leaning against a wall, and you go over and talk to them.
You there, Lieutenant? Could I bend your ear for just a moment, sir?
Oh, me? I'm no lieutenant, but
Okay, Captain then.
I'll help you if I can. I'm just a lowly corporal, sir, but I appreciate your respect. What can I do for you?
Well, man, you may be a lowly corporal, but you better believe I'm looking up to you right now. Maybe it's because I'm a gnome. Maybe it's because I admire your uniform and that badge. Where can I enlist? I have more skills than size.
We're not currently taking new enlistments as far as I'm aware.
Well, I mean, you're just a corporal. Who could I talk to about this?
You could talk to the Duke. We're pointing everybody his way. He's accepting anyone with questions, comments, concerns, complaints, who's either a visitor or has paid the tax.
Oh man, well that sounds all right. All right, Corporal, as you were.
Yes, sir.
I leave
he stands at attention. He's like fooled for a moment.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you guys do?
Wow.
Suppose we head to the Duke.
Yeah, I think we got to.
I guess we're gonna head up to the house on the hill.
I give Tarkus kind of an elbow after that exchange with the guard, and I say, he does this with everyone he meets.
When you guys get up to the building,
And then I respond and I say, "What'd you say about meats?"
It's the tinnitus, I got
you guys make it to the front gates of the Count's Manor, or well, it's now the Duke's kind of hall here, and 10 guards escort you to this like big room where there's this kind of stone throne at the head of it, and in it sits this.
On the way up the steps, am I able to whisper something to Vivian?
Go for it.
Yo, Viv, see if he has any pets, lapdogs, birds, anything like that. That might be handy in this situation.
I'm on it.
I mean, this is the home of a miserable miser. You see no.
I'm Batman.
He might have a cat. He probably has a cat. Who knows?
If he does, the cat's nowhere to be seen. You're in this like sterile hall, and honestly, you see, on different parts of the wall. The wall, the stone has aged, but there are different parts that are still, they look new because there were things covering it that have been ripped down. Perhaps art or other flags or anything like that.
Could I roll though to see if there's any like pests around or anything else like that?
I'll give it to you for free. There is nothing around.
Nothing.
You're just in like this completely like sterile stone room
Yeah.
where there are now 20 guards. There were 10 in here.
I would
10 who
like
escorted you
to try to sneakily send Sherman off to do a little reconnaissance.
As soon as Sherman gets off your shoulder.
There's so little life here, they're going to catch him.
Well, he did roll a natural 20 on his stealth roll.
Oh, hell yeah.
He actually,
Sherman.
he weightlessly uses his one working patagem to jump onto the back of a soldier, and he disappears. You don't see him.
That's big time.
So you guys make it in there, and sitting cross-legged in this giant stone throne, looking extremely uncomfortable, is a mid-40s balding man, human man. And he's just sitting there sipping from a goblet of wine with red Merlot-stained teeth.
I imagine he eats like
Like
tomatoes,
tomatoes.
Like a Denethor style. No, he's got no
We're
tomatoes.
on the same
but,
page.
but he's very similar, I think, in the demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we're talking to Denethor.
So one of the guards steps forward and says, You're making the acquaintance of one Duke Willenshire. State your names and business.
Name's Furman Doug Wallace. It's a pleasure to be here. These are my compatriots. I gesture to my friends.
Chip Cornwallis, pest control. Got any problems around here?
The herald doesn't say anything, and the Duke is just drinking his red wine.
You gonna pass that around or what?
Why would I share with the likes of you?
Because we have a
Because we're here-
huge
we're
business
here for-
opportunity for you. If you would
What?
have us in a private council,
Take
Lord Duke.
This is as private as it's gonna get. He hiccups.
Now,
Look, gentlemen, fellas, state your business and be gone. I have so much to do, and I do not have time.
Lord Duke, look around you.
Are
Do you see
there
how many
any-
soldiers you have here? Do you see how many heralds are around? I have a huge business opportunity for you. And if I tell you, all of these sets of ears are going to pick up on that, and you're going to miss
Can
out.
I grab him and pull him aside and talk to him in Southern in his ear real quick
Yeah,
before we talk to the Duke anymore?
yeah.
And I'll be like, yo, we're probably gonna get better deals if we talk to like any like other artisans or craftsmen in this town. I think if we go through this guy, we're just going through a middleman.
Tarkus,
maybe
can I
we
lay
ask him,
something
like-
down on you real quick? This is
Yeah.
way bigger than just getting some loot, getting some gear, getting some general goods. Right now, it's about getting what the people deserve. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I see that guy and I don't like him, and I'm trying to ruffle his feathers. Are you with me or are you out?
No, I'm with you, but I'm trying to go under him. Because he took over my town, brother. I'm trying to
Yeah.
go under him. I'm trying to get I wanna get the people to just there's craftsmen here, man. There's craftsmen been here for a long time. This
Okay,
is Dwarven town and he's new.
You got it, Tarkus. I'll let you take the spearhead on this one then.
Look, state your business and be gone. I'm so busy. And he drinks another long swig from his like golden goblet.
Listen, I understand you're the master of this fine town, and we don't need to bug you with nothing. We would just like you to point us in the direction of, your craftsmen, your stonemasons. We want to bring our business to them. We don't want to trouble you with nothing. If you just want to point us to, your guild halls and any of your artisans and stuff, and we will conduct business and just do good business for your town, and you can go about being happy. All right.
Look, that if you came here to do business, that's fine. That's good, in fact. But he like you see him like he whispers with like one of the heralds, and he just says, "Yes, I don't know much about this town, frankly. I just started settling in. I've only been here for a little bit now, and you'll have to find your own way, but you have a few days before you'll have to leave the city. Plenty of time to conduct your business. Just bother someone else."
Cool. You got anybody that's got a map or anything that could let us know where to go so that we could get out of your hair as quickly as possible?
Sure. Yeah, yes. One of these, I'm sure these gentlemen can help you. Now, if you would take them away, please. And the 20 guards kind of like just start bearing down on you guys.
Oh wait, could I hit a bathroom before we head out of here real quick? Guys?
Leave
You guys
now.
just down the hall.
The rest of these like 20 guys are just like pushing you guys. You feel like if you wanted to stay, you'd have to like push through them.
Can I ask one of these guys, like, y'all, you got a map? Do you have a map? Hey,
You're like asking around, and they're
can I like hit like a charisma check on one of these guards to maybe like
roll me a diplomacy check here.
just ask them what am I rolling, D20?
Yeah.
Hits an 11, and that's
You add your diplomacy skill, which I believe is charisma. Yeah.
I got a 15 charisma, 2, so 15 plus 2, so 17.
So sorry, it's 11 plus 2, so it's a 13, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, 11 plus 2.
Nope,
sorry.
it's okay. You see most of them are just doing their jobs, and like some of the guys like don't say anything. Some of them say, "Sorry, can't help you," and they all just kind of push you guys out of the gate, and you're back out on the street in front of the Duke's Keep. As the guards start to clear away, you hear something. Psst.
Hmm?
You hear an urgent whisper from a nearby dark alleyway.
Oh yeah,
I'll
A
head
nearby flying squirrel.
I'll
maybe.
head over there.
yeah. I'm
I'd like to roll a perception on what's happening.
Yeah.
Where it's coming from.
Yep.
Tarkus is going to go to a separate dark alleyway and pee.
That's going to be an 18 for perception.
All right. You see in front of you, it's a dwarven man in a hooded cloak. And he's like beckoning you in this dark alleyway. You don't really see anybody else around. And he's kind of just like, "Are you the heroes from Belnora?"
You better believe we are we?
Yeah, that's us.
That's
We're
us.
from Belnora.
Please follow me. And he beckons you into the alleyway.
Okay,
Okay.
let's
everybody
go.
just comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, I
yeah.
guess I could roll an insight if that's a free roll.
Yeah, it's a free roll.
Not gonna cut it, probably. That's
I-
gonna
I
be
think- I
a
think he-
7 total.
I think we're gonna be okay.
You're not getting anything from him. He's just like, he's being very quiet. You can't really see his face. And it's a dark alleyway. I mean,
Let's get in there. All the
leading
good
into a
stuff
dark-
happens in dark alleyway.
Yeah.
So he leads you to a stone sewer cover. He slides it back with great effort and points to a ladder leading down. Quickly, down here. I'll explain when we get to safety. Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna roll a perception. I don't know about
Give me an
that.
insight check there.
Okay.
I thought we were all in for a penny, in for a pound, my guy.
This
You're
is
okay
where
with
he
dark
bops.
alleys,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's a 13.
Okay. Anybody else want to give me an insight check?
Yeah, I'll do
I think I bought his previous speech of "Let's go"
it.
from
Tar-
Tassel.
I think
20,
that-
22.
That
Tarkus
gave
returns.
Yeah, that gave Tarkus enough time to catch up to us. We went down the alleyway and we're looking at a sewer grate.
The three of you feel pretty like safe. He doesn't really seem like he means you guys any harm.
I'll go down first then. I'll slide
right.
down there.
You guys, as you descend the ladder, the unpleasant aroma of the sewer washes over you. Whoever's down here hasn't been living a glamorous life. You see that a few torches along the walls have been lit in this section of the sewer, and as the hooded dwarf catches up to you, he speaks a bit more freely. Sorry for the cloak and dagger. Ever since the Duke came in with his army, it hasn't been safe for us. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. But first, my name is Count Everett Ordenstone. It's very nice to meet you.
Oh,
That's where we'll end our session.
Oh,
That's where we'll end our session for the night.